a-hole for exposing my husband online. And this is to answer the question of, are there parts of relationships that should remain private? So, Just Browsing says, I, 28 female, recently discovered that my husband, 32 male, had been not only unfaithful, but also financially irresponsible, which is so much worse. I had been struggling to pay bills since he had lost his job, but it turns out he had been squandering our savings on expensive dates with not one, but 2 women.
Ooh. Dang.
He's using up your money for 2 other women?
That's wild. Doing what Sophia likes to do with balls. Juggle.
I was like, what? Yes, I do like to juggle. Yes.
Yep.
But welcome to the stream.
We're back.
Everyone. We're back 2 hours later, 2.5 hours later. And we're ready. We ate and we're ready for the long
found
haul.
Some more stories.
Yeah, we found some more stories. We're fueled up and ready to rumble.
Yeah, look at, she just knows the words to say.
Oh, what'd you mean?
You just said all the good words.
Oh, thank you. Stop. Okay. When I confronted him about his infidelity and financial negligence, he showed no remorse.
Ooh.
And instead accused me of being too demanding. I felt betrayed and enraged, so I decided to expose him on social media. Exposed.
Ooh.
We've been reading a lot of stories where family members will do some sort of crazy expose on Facebook. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that you should talk it out between each other.
Facts. I agree with that.
I don't think it necessarily has to be private. Like, I think you could talk to friends, you could talk to other family members, but I think that doing that online is, why are you starting that drama online? Why are you involving people in your business? I don't know. That's just, I would never tell anything about my personal life to thousands of people. That's crazy.
But she does whenever she has like issues. She'll be like, okay, so this is what's happening. And it's so fun. It is fun.
I was being a little jokester. I'm being a little jokester. The financial strain in our relationship began when my husband lost his job. I'd been trying my best to keep our finances afloat, juggling bills and expenses alone. It was a stressful time, and I thought we could make it through together. I was so wrong. During a shift at work, an anonymous source reached out to me. They shared screenshots of conversations between my husband and one of the other women he had been involved with. These chats revealed details of their plans, their relationships, etc. And Dana Darkness says, I don't expose stuff online, but I love seeing other people's drama online. No, I'm being a total jokester because that is literally what this community is built on. I was joking.
I live and breathe by that.
Except for the Facebook thing. I do think that, why are you posting on Facebook about your family drama?
Mm-hmm.
Like, specifically to your family. Yeah. Like, be anonymous, I think.
Go on Reddit with a throwaway
Go on
account.
Reddit. It's just like millions of people. But as long as you change the names, it's fine.
No one will know.
Yeah. No, Elja, I'm totally joking. This is what our community is. This is the backbone of our community, is sharing your problems online.
Yeah.
At that moment, during a shift at work, an anonymous source reached out to me. They shared screenshots of conversations between my husband and one of the other women he had been involved with. These chats revealed details of their plans, their relationships, etc. At that moment, I felt a wave of anger wash over me. I couldn't believe how carelessly he had treated our relationship, our finances, and me. My husband, whose dad was a pastor, liked to preach about loyalty. But when it came down to it, he was running around with not one, but 2 women behind my back. Talk about hypocrisy, huh? Yeah. Kayla Marie Veronica says, so as long as you change the name, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
If OP went on there and was like, my husband Daryl in quotes, and then just gave all that, specifics about what happened, then it's fine because we don't know his name.
But if it's on Facebook and your family
No,
follows
that's different. That's totally different. If you're sharing dirty laundry on Facebook where all your family follows you and you're dropping names, you're stirring pots.
Yeah.
Feeling pissed and betrayed, I decided to put my husband on blast on social media. I uploaded all the evidence of his cheating and tagged him and his father, letting everyone know what a two-timing jerk he was. The fallout was massive, and he found himself in the spotlight, exposed for the hypocrite he was. Despite the amount of evidence I shared, my husband's dad was still defending him like a loyal knight. He called me a liar, dismissed the screenshots, and claimed his precious son wouldn't do something like this. Talk about denial, am I right? Classic pastor. Trying to deny his son.
Wait. Oh, the dad.
The son's dad. So OP's husband's dad is a pastor.
Gotcha.
And I feel like he probably has that community like that expects his family to be all like perfect and stuff. You can't bury that. Meanwhile, I was already deep in the process of filing for divorce. His dad's blind loyalty was just adding an extra layer of annoyance. Recently, one of my girlfriends told me I was overreacting. And it's normal for my husband to have more partners. My friend's not religious.
Ooh.
What? What? Who says that? What? That's why she's like, no, you don't understand. It's totally normal. Like everyone cheats on their brother.
Are they from France?
I don't know, man.
That's what the French people do.
Okay, well, we can't make generalizations about the French again.
They do it. Every single French movie I've seen, there's a mistress somewhere in there.
They always do it in the movies.
Except for, actually, I was about to say not Ratatouille, but I'm pretty sure it happened in Ratatouille. Because remember that scene whenever Remy was like going through the ceiling and that woman had
yeah.
And she was like, how could you? Why would you do that to me? And then like they got over it.
Yeah.
Every single French movie. Tell me, name a French movie where there's not a mistress.
Movie.
Go.
So true. Actually, Midnight in Paris. That's an affair. Edit. Oh, so I've been wondering lately, did I overreact? And edit, forgot to add, but my husband before marrying me posted and exposed his cheating partner. So I guess I'm returning the favor. Whoa. Wait, so he did it and then he had it done to him and then did it? Oh, wow. Wow. And Commander Waddles and anyone else who's just joined the stream, TLDR is both right here, but also I'll also give it to you. OP's husband cheated on her with 2 different women, and OP put him on blast online, all over the social media platforms. Sophie says friend and the husband had it. Wait, what?
Dude, a lot of people are saying
the husband had it?
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
The friend is the third woman.
Oh, the one who's like, everyone has other partners, totally normal. So like if I was one of those partners, you should be super normal. It's totally cash.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
How many balls can you juggle again at once?
3.
So can this guy. Wait, he's at in the 4th because his wife is 1.
Oh my God, he's so good at juggling. Yeah, no, I can't imagine that. I feel like that's stressful, like talking to 4 different people at once.
Or it's a rush.
Maybe.
They like that.
Yeah, Harleen Quinzel says Stinky Man needs a poly relationship. I don't understand. I just don't understand cheating, man. There's so many options for you that aren't cheating. Comments. Church of Dan says, one of your girlfriends thinks it's okay for your husband to have other girlfriends. That's not a person you should remain friends with. No, it is not. No, it is not. And Dana Darkness says, it wouldn't work. He's a true narcissist. He would simply come talk to me after as if he did nothing wrong. Oh, is this a partner that you had previously? He blamed me for his cheating and the breakup over it. If that is your ex-partner, he sucks. And there is some additional information from OP after seeing the comment. OP says, no, sorry, a comment says, wait, do people actually think my friend is one of the women he was with? Oh, OP is saying this. Now that I think about it, possibly. I didn't add this because I didn't think it was significant, but my friend I mentioned here, one of my girlfriends told me I was overreacting and it's normal for my husband to have partners. We'll just call her Emma Female 25. Used to work with the same company my husband worked at. They did go once on a business trip together. So this friend might have been a little too friendly with OP's husband. My husband told me they didn't share rooms back then when I asked, but now that I realized it, the company only provided one room. Ugh. Yikes.
Messy.
Birchlet says he is messy. Birchlet. So true. But there is an update 5 hours later. 5 hours. So something happened within 5 hours of OP. OP's already, just to like run it through.
Run it.
OP has already put her husband on blast on social media, presumably name dropping him, has then put him on blast on Reddit, and we're now about to get what happened, what that resulted, what are the consequences of these actions. And I hope that this husband gets some consequences because he sucks.
Oh.
But there is an update that I just told you about 5 hours later. Thank you all for your support and input. After much reflection and considering the advice you're given, I've made the difficult decision to file for divorce. Is it? I mean, I know it is a difficult decision, but in this case, is it difficult?
It's like the right choice, but a difficult decision.
No, I feel like it's a hard thing to go through, but he cheated on you with 2 different women.
Yeah, but
and
it's
he's not
a marriage.
No, yeah, this is true.
Get a heart, Sophia.
No, I just mean, no, I know it's like
Get
hard.
A heart.
I'm just saying, like, he sucks. That's all. You deserve better, OP.
Wow.
School in Rabona says that was quick. Yeah, she literally 5 hours later, she's like, in these 5 hours, I have made the decision to divorce him.
Girl, she working.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. You know what?
Pop
she made
off,
it quickly.
queen.
I love it.
Pop off.
She's efficient. While it breaks my heart to end my marriage, I can't ignore the pain and trust that has been betrayed. It's time to prioritize my own well-being and move forward. I've also got a lot of people telling me, apparently, my friend was probably sleeping with my husband. I looked into the matter and I don't want to give exact details, but you were right.
Dude, some of you in the chat called that.
I'm sorry, she fully told on herself though. She was like, it's super normal for people to have other partners. Totally fine.
Everyone does
so
that.
Suspicious. This is so suspicious. Almond Moss says decision doesn't seem difficult, but God the follow-through does. That's what I was saying. Like, obviously divorce is hard, but the decision to do it seems more straightforward to me. Ooh, the Dragon Mama says she needs an STD test because he could have given us something. Yeah.
Giving her that hurts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it hurts when I pee. Why?
I got what you were saying. You didn't have to clarify.
I didn't clarify.
You were just.
That's just the reactions she's gonna have.
Gotcha. Yeah. Also, the financial issue she mentioned at the beginning. All right. I wonder what's going on with that.
He lost his job.
No, she said that he was spending a lot of her money and stuff, which was.
Because he said he lost his job.
Oh, I don't know. I understand some of the skepticism and accusations of rage bait, and I get it. My account is new, and the situation can seem sensational, but I assure you, this is very real. I created this account specifically for this purpose. Plus, this account is for my niece. She has the login. I wanted to reach out for support and advice without my online friends being made aware. It's a personal matter that I need to handle while keeping my privacy intact. This isn't about stirring up drama. It's about navigating a painful and difficult situation. Please approach with an open mind and understanding. Lastly, I want to express my gratitude for everyone who has taken the time to offer advice and support. I know it's easy to doubt online stories, blah, blah, blah. Thank you all for listening and offering guidance. And additional information from OP to finish this story off. I'm still filing for divorce. I was, but didn't mention, probably gonna not file for divorce. It's in some of the replies. I rethought it and continue to go through with filing for divorce. And that is the end of that story.
Okay, but she still exposed him online.
Yeah.
At the beginning, and then all this stuff came through.
Yeah. Yeah. And your point is, what was
that right?
Was that
her own husband?
I don't think it's necessarily about him being her husband to me. I think I am a little bit wary about doing that kind of exposing online in a non-anonymous way, because it can kind of bite you in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I think just like protecting yourself, it might have been a safer move to not expose him, just because he might, there might be backlash. But I think there are ways in which you can kind of talk to your friends and family in person and be like, he treated me this way, this is what happened, and get help in that way. Yeah. Harleen Quinzel says he put her in danger. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sleeping with a bunch of other women. Not great.
Yeah.
While also sleeping with her. Very much not good, but I'm glad that this woman is getting a divorce, because this guy sucks. He's really sucks. But that is the end of that story. We got some donos to look at. We have 464.
Do the math. Do it.
47 plus, and then it's 12, and then 72 is 572. That could be totally wrong.
Fact checker.
Like, that's not right. That can't be right.
572 of you.
That's not right. That's truly
Let's
not
just say
right.
it is. Just say it is.
Oh, they dropped. They left. No one liked my math. I'm sorry. I couldn't do the math. I think it's probably
What
somewhere.
are you getting at?
What?
What are you getting at?
What do you mean?
What are you doing with this math?
I don't know. I was trying to add up the people, but then 10 people left. Anyway, Mad Hatter Gal, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships.
Whoa.
We appreciate you. Thank you so
Dang.
much. Lord of Madness.
Got a lot of little proteins.
A lot
just
of
joining.
proteins. Don't Disturb, thank you for the $5 tip. Zari, I did forget to add the 5. That's the carry the 5. You're so right. Mad Hatter Gal, thank you for the $5.
Wait, did you read that?
Oh, I didn't read your thing. Don't Disturb, thank you for the $5 tip. I've been watching you guys for a long time. Finally made it to a live show. And Mad Hatter Gal, thank you for the $5. Without this T, Hatter wouldn't be the Hatter. And $5 tip, thank you, Elizabeth. And thank you, MJ Grow, also for the $5 tip.
That was earlier.
Oh, sorry, that was earlier, but thank you again. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Where?
Just a little bit, I don't know. There. Shy Little Writer says, not the a-hole, but like Sophia said, airing your dirty laundry online can come back to bite you. A lot of employers look at social media. That is my only worry of, because I think especially a lot of people who are like older, who don't have a lot of experience growing up with things like Facebook and Instagram, treat it a little bit more like, oh, only my close circle will see this information if I post about my family and friends, and my dirty laundry. But I think that you just have to be aware that this is public information. Like, you're putting this online. People, even if you have a private account, people can take a picture and share it with other people. So I think just being wary about what you're putting online. Spiffy Tiffy, thank you for celebrating your 4 months of membership.
Whoa.
I think what Sophia was going to say was like the stream.
That's what I thought you were going to do, but you didn't do it.
Oh, I think I got caught up in the math and I forgot to say it. I got sidetracked by doing math. Yeah, that was what. Is that what you're asking me? You're
I was
what
like, why are you
talking
doing this math? What are you getting at?
about?
And you were just like, I don't know, just do math.
Yeah, I
Okay,
forgot.
and why?
I forgot why I was doing the
I was
math.
I thought it was like an alley oop. Like I was gonna be like to like the stream, but like no.
That was my intention, but I forgot.
She got lost in the sauce.
I got lost in the math. Josephine Medola Burquise, thank you for the 254. I'm glad you're back, Riley. You sexy, sexy man. Thank you, Josephine.
I know you're a lesbian, but I don't know how to. I'll take that as a good compliment.
Take it.
Yeah, I will.
Kristen Foyle Hat, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. We appreciate you.
Wait, no, going back to that, not saying it's a bad thing, but it's like, I don't know. Does that, that puts you on the same playing field as if my bro's like, hey, bro, your t-shirt's nice. Let's go. You're getting a dab. That's a dab.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
Sure.
Because like, I'm just, we're learning here.
We're learning about math. Worms in the Rose says she was doing some bad math. Yeah, I was distracted by my bad math. I'm really bad at doing internal math, you know?
It's not internal though.
What's it called?
Because you said it out loud.
No, what's it called? Math in your head? Math? Mental math? Let's get into this next.
We have more donations.
Oh, wait, what? Diavion Wilder, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. And Uncle, Daddy, Jesse, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. We appreciate. Oh my God, there's more. Maddie Boyley, thank you for celebrating your 3 months of membership. Don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget it, because there's a certain amount of people in here. I don't know how many. Mental math is what I was thinking of. Thank you. I don't know how many people there are here. You don't know how many people there are here. But there's more than 500. I can tell you that. And guess how many likes there are?
How many?
128. 228. 228.
What?
What are you even doing?
Come on.
What are you even doing? Josephine Medola Burquise, thank you for the 254. Says, if a lesbian calls you hot, it means you're hot. For real. Yeah, take it. Duchess Casadas as well. That's a record for Sophia's unfinished thoughts. Like the stream forever. I think I only had one unfinished thought. It was just like a long form unfinished thought.
Oh my gosh.
We
got more donations
from Diavion Wilder. Is that a new one?
Another one.
Oh, thank you again for the 5 gifted memberships.
Dude, they're going off.
Hey.
We already got that one. And then Kristen Full Hat.
Kristen Foyle Hat, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. And also, I don't think I read Sam E's. Thank you for the $30 tip. Listening as I go pick up my daughter from my sister-in-law's house.
Let's go. And we're at another 30 minutes.
Damn. Thanks.
Yep.
Me doing bad math really excited people.
Whoa.
Mixed Wormy, I know you had asked to read your story. Maybe Riley, you can, if you reach out to Riley and we can check it out.
I see your message. Send me the link to it.
All right, let's freaking get into
the stream. Look at this cool stuff. I got a lot of cool things on here, and I want you to. Also, Sophia effed the wheel because you put this in the green one.
Yeah.
And I can't get rid of it, so it's permanently Jeopardy on that one.
Yes.
I feel like you did that on purpose.
Camp for the Win says, Sophia, are you auditioning for a 90s movie Mexican game member, aka a cholo? No, you're the second person who said that today.
Because you buttoned it from the top.
Whatever, guys. Okay. Whatever. You guys are just haters. You're haters. Okay. Let's get into the story.
Wait. Have you seen one before?
A hater?
No.
Yeah. Just saw one right now. Yeah. No, I know what they're talking about. I know what they're talking about.
Dude, that is you.
Wait, peep the fit.
Peep the fit. Whoa.
Sorry, you couldn't really see it.
Yeah, dude, that's you.
All right, it's hot in here. Let's get into this next story. So keep on all your clothes. Are you ready, Riley, for this next story? I like that it gets a little bit blurry whenever you put your finger up there. Yeah. Am I the a-hole? Are you ready? Am am I the a-hole for telling my mom how my husband humiliated me? So, Dole reading 1101 says, I, female 24, am a big believer in save your arguments between your own relationship so long as they are solvable. I feel this way because I wouldn't tell someone every little argument between my husband, male 34, and I, because then it just clouds the waters. My husband feels the same too. However, what he did to me a few days ago made me run to my mom's house and not leave since. Basically, I was leaving work and I called my husband to please fill up the Brita water thing, since he leaves it empty a lot of the time. My water bottle was empty for the day and I was thirsty, that's all. Well, he had an attitude on the phone because apparently he had already done it and I was nagging. I told him it's not nagging when 99% of the time it's not full. I feel like they're just like, this is like a roommate problem that I've had.
What's that thing? It's like when your wife asks you to change the light bulbs and he says, stop reminding me so you don't remind him for another 6 months. I butchered that. Someone put in the chat, put the right thing I'm trying to say.
Sure.
No, it makes sense. It's funny whenever someone says it right.
I got you.
I swear.
I totally understand. But about this issue right now, I don't think it's crazy to be like, hey, can you fill up the Brita water if this is something that is a constant issue?
No, we could do.
What?
If you don't, okay, guy, I'm talking to you, guy.
I'm talking to you, guy.
If you don't want her, oh no, that won't work. Okay, you have two options. One, you get like a water thing, you know, those like big jugs that you go.
Yeah.
You still have to refill that one, but not as much. You just have to go to the store. Or you get a new fridge and it has like the filter thing, and you do that.
Or you just message her and say, already done.
But it's not done.
No. But he apparently in this scenario, it is done. So he goes, already done. And then she goes, oh my God, thank you. Solved. But I don't think that's what happened. So when I got home, I chugged some water and sat down for a while. About an hour later, he got into the shower. I heard him in there and I really had to pee. I knocked on the door, which is usually never a problem, but he wouldn't let me in. So I waited. 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes passed and he still was not out. By that time, I was on the verge of wetting my pants, so I banged on the door. He told me, oh, well, I made my bed by being rude over the water, and now I had to lie in it. What kind of childish response is that? Why are you an 80s bully? Why aren't you letting people use the bathroom?
Well, she shouldn't have drank all that water.
He's like, you asked me to fill the water and you drank it all so you can freaking lie in your own pee.
Like, if you think about it, the real problem is her because she keeps drinking the water.
Yeah. If you think about it, she's drunk so much water, so it wouldn't have been an issue if she was dehydrated.
Honestly.
Yeah. Love Bubble says, bust the door down. Oh,
Bust
Melissa
it.
Daniel, is that what you're talking about, Riley?
Huh?
She asks him to change the bulb. He says, stop nagging me. 6 months later, it's not changed. And he's like, why didn't you remind me?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Yeah. This guy sucks. I was so angry that I said, fine then, F you, and stormed towards the door to go to a store and use their bathroom. My husband literally raced me there and manhandled me into our bedroom? Okay, so this is just abuse. He locked me in there for another 2 hours. I peed my pants in there because I had no choice. It was that bad.
Oh.
This man is psychotic.
Crazy.
Well, now this is like this is not just like, oh, he wouldn't let me in the bathroom. This is a man locked you in a room and forced you to like pee your pants. Immediately get out of there. Leave. Tell your mom. Absolutely. This is not a situation. This is no longer, oh, we had a little argument and I'm gonna go tell everyone what happened. This is, he was extremely abusive and locked her in a room. Yeah, tell everyone and get out of there. This is, whoa. This completely changed. Yeah, okay. This completely changed it. It's been 15. Sorry. I was absolutely wailing when he finally let me out, and I didn't even stop to change before I grabbed my keys and went to my mom's house.
Ooh.
It's been 15 years since I cried in my mom's arms like that. I was effing mortified, enraged, hurt, everything. I didn't go back that night, and I haven't gone back since. It's only been 2 days. My husband called me to apologize and has made and promised me 1,000,001 ways he's going to make it up to me. You can't. Yeah, Cassie F says you could sue. This is, you could absolutely call 911.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is something that you could file charges for.
That's insane.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely file charges for. This is
Straight
so
to jail.
yeah, straight to jail. Absolutely. That was until he found out I told my mom what happened. He yelled at me for it. I don't know what to do. I feel so bad for breaking our trust like that. Do not feel bad. But then again, he literally humiliated me over some argument about a Brita. Update, I really don't even know what to say. I didn't expect anyone to see my post, let alone 4K comments. I am sorry to those I accidentally triggered. That wasn't my intention at all. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so confused and so hurt to learn that literally a majority of people think that my husband was, what's another way we can say this for?
Man.
We're trying to think of a
guy.
Yeah, not a good guy. We're gonna light on that word just because of YouTube rules. But not a good guy, and you can read it. I don't think he does, but I have been doing a lot of reflecting. My mom is with me, and my husband and I have had a long conversation at her home. He suggested therapy. I'm going to try. Thank you all for your concern.
I don't know about that.
This is beyond therapy. This is...
Yeah.
Can we have a poll? Because I think this is completely beyond therapy and even divorce. I think this is press charges.
Yeah.
But I do want to poll. Can we have 3 options? Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay, if we can have 3 options, I want therapy, divorce, or file charges.
I don't think...
Because this is, yeah, completely unacceptable. Kimberly Fine says, even if he goes to straight, he's gay. Wait, can you scroll up a little bit on the comments?
Oh.
Sorry. Even if he goes straight to jail, which is where he belongs, he won't have anyone restricting access to a toilet, which is also where he belongs. Yeah. No, yeah. A toilet or access to, somewhere you can go to the bathroom should be a human right. And not permitting someone to have a bodily function or something is not okay. Not okay.
Get out of there.
Yeah. I think this is beyond therapy. I don't think that is going to fix things because this man is scary. But there are some relevant comments to finish us off, and hopefully these relevant comments tell this poor girl to get out of there. Mick Merle says, this is more than a humiliation. What he did was straight up very bad. You are very young. Don't go back to him. He left you locked in a room knowing you had to use the bathroom. Get a lawyer and end this. There is nothing he can say. Be glad you have your mother for support. Misty Afternoon says, and it will escalate if she goes back. This sadly, actually mild compared to what this man will do given the opportunity. He became enraged because he knows how bad what he already did is. He knows what the real world will think of him. He has been outed. God, I hope OP is strong enough in herself to actually leave and never be alone with him for the rest of her life. This man is the kind capable of something really, really bad.
Okay, I can't do 3 things. A lot of people are putting 3 and it's not registering.
Okay,
so,
well, we can just, yeah.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are saying 2 and 3, which, yeah, I agree. But that is the end of that horrible, horrible story. Yeah, I think that woman should absolutely get out of there and leave this guy.
Yeah.
Because that's a scary situation. And I worry that it'll escalate if she goes back to him, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Over something little like that.
Yeah, over a Brita filter. If my, if my roommates responded this way, if I asked them to refill the Brita, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Yeah. And this is all to answer the question of, are there parts of relationship that should remain private? In this case, when your safety is on the line, no. You should absolutely go for help. You should absolutely go for advice, because this is not okay. But let's get into this next story.
Next one. Yup.
All right. But before we do, actually,
do you smell bubbles? Like, the bubble gun we have downstairs?
What about it?
Like, don't you just smell bubbles in the air?
Like soap?
Yes.
I guess a little bit.
What is that from?
I don't know. Maybe your soap.
Is it the stuff that you? No, it's like the bubble machine thing downstairs.
Possibly.
But we need a fan in here.
We do.
AC on?
Oh, I'm so hot.
Can we please turn the AC on?
Please. Commander Waddle says divorce for sure. Pressing charges is the responsible thing to do. So his behavior is on record for future partners to beware. But it's a whole hassle for a traumatized person. Focus on healing. Yeah. I think at the very least she should divorce him. I don't think that therapy is the good idea. Socrates says that one makes me sad. Yes. Same. We had so many wholesome stories in a row, and then we just had a really devastating one.
Like, hank it. We gotta even out.
Yep.
Gotta even out, but something that's happier.
Yeah. Matt Hattergal, thank you for the $5. No, Sophia is auditioning for a remake of the movie Blood in Blood Out. I'm being torn to shreds. I feel like I should just unbutton my shirt. I'm enough of this. Yeah, I don't even know what they're talking about, actually. What's it about? Blood in, blood out. Give me the synopsis.
Where do I find that?
I don't know.
Cast, watch movie, quotes.
I
don't know.
Synopsis. Okay.
Here we go.
Oh. There, IMDb. I feel like they gotta have a synopsis. I feel like we can spend 5 more seconds on this.
Nope, we're done.
All right. But let's get into this next story. Am I the a-hole for being upset that my girlfriend is still talking about her exes?
This reminds me of the one time me and my ex would.
Yeah.
If they're still
story for Sam.
But they're still talking like they're friends still,
Yeah, I think it depends on the scenario and how you're talking about them.
Let's find out.
So, Poogers says, I've been in a relationship with my beautiful girlfriend for 7 months. I love her to bits, and she's the best thing to have happened to me. She is my first ever girlfriend and the things that come with them. He has had more... a red flag for his first ever girlfriend?
I'm just asking, is that a red or green flag, y'all?
Having your first ever girlfriend? We don't even know how old he is.
True, but
everyone has to have their first girlfriend at some point.
It's just a question. It could be a green flag and it could be a red flag.
I don't think it's a red flag. Everyone's got to have their first partner at some point in their life, unless you were engaged at birth. She is my first ever girlfriend and the things that come with them. She has had more relationships with me. Nothing wrong with that. I feel insecure about them. And talking together, we set the boundary of not talking about schmexual things she's done in the past. This was 2 days prior to the situation below. This is only from my perspective, so take it with a grain of salt. Honestly, that's you know what? I feel like Redditors never say that. They're never like, you know what? This is from my perspective.
Yeah.
My biases.
Little insecurities coming through.
Good on you, dude. Good on you. We came home and I went into her room. She talks with her housemate in the living room where I hear her saying she's proud of sleeping with 2 important people recently in the news. Important is an exaggeration, but they're good at what they do to be watched. Wait,
What?
okay. That I feel like that's worded a little bit weirdly, but I
They're
think
on the news?
I think what she's saying is that 2 of her exes or people that she slept with in the past were on the news, and she's like, "Isn't it so cool that I slept with celebrities?"
What were they doing?
I don't know. He says,
Were they like, was it like, oh yeah, they're on the
In-
news, also they're going to be in jail for the next 15
no, it
to
says,
30
but they're
years.
good at what they do, unless they were good at.
Oh, sorry, they go to
illegal.
jail for life because
Yeah.
that's how good at that
That's
they
how
are.
good they were. Presumably, they're good at something good, or something not criminal. I was about 12 feet away with the door open. Immediately, my stomach drops, and I felt bad. So I told her about it. And she first says, "So you don't want me to talk about them to other people?" I have no clue what I said, but she apologizes and feels bad too. I go into bed in a sulking way, reading other Reddit posts of people in similar situations. She comes over and asks the title of the post. It's something along the lines of, "Girlfriend talks about sexual experiences." As soon as she hears this, she blows up at me saying, "Why am I being punished for talking with other people?" This took me by surprise, and she accuses me of eavesdropping, citing, "I sometimes don't hear other things from the living room." Right after this, I apologize. I tell her I love her a lot. She sleeps away and refuses to talk. I cry for a solid 30 minutes next to her, and she says she's not interested in talking, later saying she does not care that I'm crying. He just cries next to her for 30 minutes?
She's like, man, I could be with this guy because he's on the news doing that.
Okay. I think his reaction is a little bit strange. However, why is she talking about her exes to other people in like a positive way? Beyond of just like, "Oh yeah, no, my ex was, nice. We parted on nice terms and stuff."
Yeah.
I feel like this is a little bit weird to be like, "I slept with 2 famous people."
Dude, that was quick.
The AC just came on.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What'd you set it at?
We're talking about the AC. Love Bubble says,
70.
"Why does she need to talk about her exes so bad? Just get back with them. Annoying." Yeah. I don't know. I don't like I don't like what she's doing.
Me neither.
She seems just kind of mean and not really respectful of his feelings.
Not a boy's girl. Not
Oh,
a boyfriend's
yeah.
girl.
Cassandra says, remember first love, his crying sounds normal in regards to that. That's true. He's just had his first kind of like big, maybe not fight, but big emotional response in a relationship. So yeah, that's fair.
I wish she would talk him through it though.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Stella
seem very
Davis,
supportive.
she doesn't. Stella Davis says his reaction is a little strange, but so is what she's saying. I agree. I think that's that's the page I'm on. I was like, that seems like a lot, but why is she talking about her exes like that?
Yeah.
Weird. But let's continue. The reason I was crying is because I spent the whole day bringing her around town to open areas and drive-thrus that she wanted. To add on, this is my first day with COVID symptoms, and I was dying with body pains and sore throat. Why is he driving her around? He has COVID. And nevertheless, I pushed through and do everything she wanted outside. We then went to her school, and I cut out time out of my own work that I'm behind to help her with clients. I don't get to do my own work. I loved helping her. Basically, I love her to death, but I feel like my feelings were pushed aside, and I had to end up apologizing. Sorry, there's some typos in this if I slip up. I'm writing this as I lay next to her. My heart hurts because I love her so much. She's done great things for me. She's great. I just don't know how to feel. Would you feel safe and respected in this situation? Why, yes, or why not? Am I overreacting? I sometimes feel I cannot bring things up to her out of fear of it being pushed onto me, and I have to apologize. I'm young, so I'm looking for advice on how to maturely handle this, and a little baby edit before we look at your guys' comments and then get into the update.
Ooh, Cassie F says she is just using him.
Yeah. Edit says she tells me how great I am and how much better I am than our previous relationship. This feeling is on me and not her. Again, I love her and want to marry her. Okay. Especially going off of that comment, it seems like because this is OP's first relationship, he is a little bit more reliant on her.
Mm-hmm.
And expecting that this is the first and only relationship he's going to be in, which is not to say it won't be, or that it couldn't be. But I think when sometimes when people get into their first relationship, they have these really lofty ideas about it. Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, I finally found love. I can't let it go. I have to kind of ignore all of these red flags because what if I don't get it again? And all of those little fears and insecurities. But you should know, even if it's your first relationship, you deserve better. The amount of relationships you are in, like you've been in, if you've been in less, it doesn't mean that you have to, like, you still deserve to be treated well, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I did not word that well.
You worded it perfectly.
Yeah.
Thanks. I completely understood every word you said in that sentence.
The part of my sentence is that you deserve to be treated well regardless of how many relationships you have been in. There we go.
Despite what your body count is.
Yes. Yes, agreed. Also agree with that. Victoria Saab says OP seems a little immature in the relationship department, and that's fine in your first relationship, but he needs to leave her, find someone better. Yes, completely agree. It seems like he's still working out what he wants in a relationship and how to interact with a partner, but he just needs to realize that he doesn't have to settle for this behavior. Boom.
Yeah, dude.
Finished thought. It just took me a second to get there.
You're doing her work.
Sam Hyatt says, I don't think it should matter that it's his first relationship, but 7 months is pretty soon to think about marriage. Yeah, it just seems
really?
Like what?
7 months is soon?
Yes. Stop.
Dang.
7 months is absolutely soon when it's your first relationship. Elizabeth says, I wouldn't say she's talking about them in a positive way. She's talking about putting notches on her bedpost, which is still a weird, I guess that's not necessarily positive, but it is still weird to talk about your exes in that way.
Mm-hmm.
When you have, sorry, someone said, Mo says I look like I'm missing an arm. Yeah. But let's continue with this story.
Uh-oh. There's more?
And see if he breaks up with his girlfriend. There's an update. I talked with her this morning. She said, why was I crying last night? I told her my feelings were pushed back onto me and that I was gaslit about eavesdropping. She told me it doesn't matter that I could hear her. She didn't consent to me hearing her. Okay. Even if you don't consent to being heard, you still have to deal with the consequences.
Wait, so she didn't hear him because she didn't consent to that?
No. She's saying that she was talking about her exes to a friend and he overheard her. And she's like, I didn't consent to you listening to me. Like, I didn't consent to you eavesdropping on my conversation.
Oh, I thought it was like while they were sleeping, he was crying. She was like, I didn't consent to this, to have a conversation with you about why you're crying.
No.
That's what I thought she said.
No, she's saying, I didn't consent to being overheard. It doesn't matter if you consent to being overheard. If people overhear you, you have to deal with what they heard. You have to deal with their reaction to hearing that. If you were, saying stuff like this. Then she said what she liked was that, Opie says, I don't know how I could turn my ears off, but yeah. Then she said what she liked was that I was with no one else before, but it's tainting the relationship. She said it's playing with their memory palaces of what actually happened. What? I apologized, and she said I have to work hard to get the relationship back. She asked if I still loved her. Okay, I don't really know what that sentence meant, but Ani says she's still gaslighting, and Armilla says gaslighting. Twisted Queen says such a red flag. She's putting it all on him.
Yeah.
She's like, you're going to have to really work on this because you overheard me.
That's your fault?
And that's your fault. That's your fault. You shouldn't have overheard me. She sucks. She really sucks.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I really want to know how old this guy is.
It seems like he's fairly young. He said he was on the younger side, so I'm thinking maybe like 20s.
But like
maybe
if
early
you're 27
20s?
with the 45-year-old, you're on the younger side.
True. Maybe she's older. My understanding was maybe he was like, if we're thinking maybe he's in his early 20s and she is also, but she's just had more relationships. But we don't know their ages, so we're just going off vibes. Commander Waddle says manipulation. OP, run. Boy, oh boy. But there is an update.
You know that sound, that thing? It's like run.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do know what you're saying. Stella Davis says the gas lamping on this one is bright.
It really is.
They turned up that gas. Update 2 though. I still would love to hear your thoughts after these updates. I've taken the time to read every single comment. I appreciate all the perspectives, even those that were hard to read for me. I think my biggest takeaway right now is that I have my whole life in front of me. I'm only 22. I was right.
Whoa.
Yes. I feel like, though, that makes sense of him not having any relationships and her having quite a few. I feel like your early 20s is that makes sense. Yeah. So they're both, it seems like I think they're both maybe 22. Maybe she's 23.
Yeah.
Also, I need a spine. Possible gym arc. Funny. I understand I messed up for crying. She encourages me to cry if I need to. I just didn't understand in the moment why someone who I love so much treated me in this way. It reminded me of the way I've been treated in the past when all I wanted was for her to be happy genuinely.
Aww.
I gotta detach my self-worth from others. Kind of difficult when I've been the goody two-shoes golden child who found someone that likes me for me other than my parents and friends. I understand the COVID comments as well. It was stupid. We wore masks and went through one drive-through. We went to her school at 11 p.m. and sat at the benches in the open air. It was stupid still. Okay, so that is the end of the story.
Wow. When would you have broken up in this story?
If I was OP?
Yep.
I think.
At what point?
I think when she started talking about her exes and then got mad at me. Like the reaction of confronting her and then being like, you can't be mad at me for that. Like, why were you eavesdropping? That would probably
Shut the door.
Yeah. Ani says, you did not mess up by crying. Normalize men crying, expressing emotions. I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong with him crying, although my only worry with him, with the way that he said crying for 30 minutes, I think sometimes you have to be careful about putting too much on your partner, especially when you're having a fight of putting all of that emotional baggage on your partner. But it seems like she sucks as well. So this was just a moment, she was being awful and he responded in that way.
Yeah.
So, and also it's his first relationship. So
I would have broken up with her whenever she, blaming him for a lot of stuff. Instead of taking your own responsibilities.
And wait, Winkle says, where are you guys getting 44? I don't understand where you're getting the 44 stuff.
What? I think this is a side conversation.
Okay.
44 is her body count. Sydney, we didn't even say that.
Yeah,
what?
no one said 44.
Oh, I said 44-year-old with a 27-year-old earlier.
No, she's not 44, guys. She's not 44. No. Riley was just making a guess.
I was just making things up.
Oh wait. Mo says, why are people just throwing random numbers out? Yeah, we don't know this. And Bella Westmoreland says, I would have left the minute the gaslighting started. He's allowed to feel the way he feels. He's young, so those big feelings will affect him in a big way, just like it does with children. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. But that is the end of that story. So let's groove on over to the next one. What?
Say groove on over?
Yeah, let's groove on over to the next one.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I'm talking in I don't know.
What era are
bits
you in?
Today. I don't know. I'm in a weird energy in this stream. I feel
really
like I had
is.
a completely different energy at the first stream.
She got tired, I think.
I got tired and I'm trying to compensate. Let's groove on over to the next one.
Like the stream real quick.
The stream.
Just take a moment and like it.
Hold on. I'm going to totally pull up this next story and not look at the calculator. We have 731 people in this stream.
Wow.
And only 347 of you liked.
Come on, we can get to 500 right now.
I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Or we end the stream. 5,
Whoa.
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing around. But like this stream. Let's get into the next story. Am I the a-hole for not telling my ex that I'm married?
Whoa.
So, TW Intro X says, I had a weird situation happen last weekend and was hoping to get perspective on if what I did was wrong. My wife and I were near Seattle last weekend visiting my family. We're both in our early 30s and are happily married for 4 years, together for 6. We went out to a bar on Saturday with a bunch of my friends to catch up. When I was going to the restroom, I felt a tap on my shoulder, and to my surprise, it was Jen, my ex.
Whoa.
Jen and I dated for 4 years in her early 20s. Jen left me because she wanted to explore herself, and since I was her first boyfriend, she felt like she was missing something in life. I was very happy with her, or for her, and I had a job. I was very happy with her, and I had a job in tech that put us on a very stable financial path. I was probably a few months away from proposing to her. I was heartbroken, and it took me a few years before I could start dating again. Although Jen and I stayed friends for a year after breakup, I went no contact with her so that I could move on and never talked to her since then. My wife knows about all of this. Yeah. Oof, that's rough. I think it's really rough when you think that you're in a great relationship and then they move on from that. Like, you're not expecting it. I think that's really
tough.
We mostly talked about, back to the incident. Jen tapped on my shoulder and I was surprised to see her. She hugged me and we exchanged pleasantries. She was there with her friends and they were all sitting at the bar. I knew most of them. They also came to say hello. We chatted for a few minutes before I felt like I needed to end the conversation. We mostly talked about what I was doing back in my hometown and how we'd been. I abruptly told her it was nice to see her after years and that I needed to get back to our table as I'm out with my friends. She said, okay, and I quickly turned around. To my surprise, my wife was standing right behind me. My friends identified Jen from our table and my wife came to stand next to me.
Aw,
I told my wife what a weird coincidence and took her hand and went back to the table. Okay, before we even go any further, I can see why you might be the a-hole.
Oh yeah.
Because if you go up and you randomly come across your ex and your wife comes up, I think you absolutely go, hey, this is my wife.
The love of my life.
This is my wife. I also think I would even do that if it was like a friend. I think if my friend walked up, I'd be like, oh, this is my friend so-and-so. This is Jen, my ex. I don't know how you would introduce Jen.
Yeah, my ex.
My ex, yeah.
Old friend. Honestly, old friend.
My old friend, yeah. Emma Bear says, W wife having backup. Yeah, she just popped up. She's like, I got you.
That's what I say.
And he didn't even say, this is my wife. Yeah, Courtney Joe says, as the wife, I'd be pissed. Let's do a poll. Right now, is OP the a-hole for not introducing his wife? Because I think he kind of is.
1 second.
Ew. Hold on. My knees. Okay. All right. Let's keep going while that poll starts shaking.
What are you on right
Let's
now?
keep going while that poll starts getting warm.
What movie did you watch? Why are you talking like this?
Let's keep
Normal
going.
people don't talk like this.
Let's keep
Stop it.
Let's keep going. Let's get a boogie on while that poll starts heating up.
You're hurting my brain.
Oh boy. Daniel McLeod Hodge says, disrespectful to the wife. Been there with my ex. Yeah. When I sat at the table, all of my friends started talking about Jen. My wife seemed visibly uncomfortable about the situation. I tried to change the subject, but I learned that Jen married someone a few years ago and they got divorced last year.
Ooh.
Yikes. She moved back to our hometown so she can stay at her parents' house until she figures things out. My wife seemed really interested in Jen's life and asking a lot of questions while I was just trying to avoid the whole topic. When we were driving home, my wife asked me why I didn't tell Jen that I was married and she was my wife. I told her I was just trying to end the conversation as I went no contact with her a long time ago and I prefer to keep it that way. My wife asked me how I felt after seeing her after so long. I told her that I was surprised since I was not expecting to see her, but to be honest, I felt like she was a stranger. I told my wife that I didn't feel sad that things didn't work out for her. My wife was upset because she felt I should have introduced her to Jen. She felt that Jen hugged me for too long and I should have clearly told Jen that I was married and have a lovely wife. My wife feels she came all the way from the table to stand next to me and felt slightly insulted that I did not include her in the conversation. I think I would be a bit annoyed if I went up, if I was standing next to a friend and they didn't introduce me.
Same.
I think I would be a little bit annoyed. Sophia Calon says, Fia is on that tired ADD drug. It's like this with ADHD. I just go a little crazy. Wow. Okay.
Get a little whack.
Riley told me that he was going to come in super high energy, and I feel like I'm delivering, and I'm not seeing it.
What do you mean? I have like 4 screens on me right now. I keep up with a lot.
You got to keep up with them.
I am high energy.
No, I know you are. You're doing great. You're doing excellent.
I'm so confused right now. She's gaslamping me right now. I don't even know what to
you're
think.
Doing great. You're doing great. I just think I'm going crazy energy, and maybe you're doing you're like a normal guy, high energy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. From my perspective, I was just trying to get out of the conversation and don't see how it would have helped anyone. The issue became worse the next morning when Jen sent me a friend's request on Instagram and also messaged me on my phone saying it was nice to meet me. I feel that triggered my wife. And for some reason, my mom, who went on a rant about Jen because she hated Jen when we were dating, that made my wife very happy. My wife feels that I did not communicate clearly to Jen that I was married, and that was the reason why she messaged me the next day.
Ooh.
Yeah, it seems like they came back and he just had a conversation and didn't say I was in a relationship. And now she's like, "Oh, I've got a chance."
Who am I?
Kobe?
No. Who am I in the story?
Oh. Steph Curry.
No. Who am I in the story?
The girlfriend. The ex-girlfriend.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Name all the basketball players.
Yeah, I didn't have a third one. LeBron James.
LeBron.
Am I the a-hole for not telling Jen? Oh, sorry. I rejected. She messaged me the next day. I rejected the follow-up request on Instagram and also did not respond to her message. However, a part of me feels my wife might be right and I did something wrong here. Am I the a-hole for not telling Jen that I was married and introducing her to my wife who was standing right next to me? I just want to get out of the conversation and was in a hurry to end it. And there are some comments and an update.
But time out. Instagram.
Try to follow me.
Question number 1, are you private? Question number 2, if you're public, do you have pictures of you and your wife on your wedding day?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because if Jen was using her, she would know that woman next to you is your wife.
That's so true. Because I think that, that's happened to, I told this story, or Sam asked me to tell it about that Belgian boy who had a girlfriend and who gave me his Instagram, and then I saw on his Instagram the first picture was him and his girlfriend, and I was like, well, no thank you. So you notice really quickly.
Yeah. What are you trying to do?
I don't know.
Trying to wreck a home or something?
Trying to wreck a freaking home?
What are you, start stuff?
A wrecking ball? A construction crew? Mind your business. Comments. Plastic Concert says, I don't understand how you spent time catching up but didn't bring up your wife once.
Yeah! Yo!
Especially when she's literally right there.
And he's like, I need to get out of this conversation right now.
I
gotta go.
I need to leave. I can't say, oh yeah, and my wife. Even if it's just by insinuation, by using we instead of I pronouns. I'm married and it's natural to say we without even thinking about it. We're visiting the family. We just bought a new house.
We're pregnant. We cleaned the bathroom together. We cooked together.
Yeah. It also seems more natural for you to have told your ex, I have to get back to my wife, instead of saying, I have to get back to my friends. Like you were with your wife first and foremost. Hopefully she's not an afterthought to your friends. And if you truly want to end the conversation, your wife was a built-in excuse. Sorry, I really have to go. My wife's waiting for me. I do find your behavior kind of odd. Is there a chance, at least subconsciously, you didn't want Jen to know you were married? And then 2 bionic knees. His wife went and stood next to him with Jen right there and decided not to introduce her. This will 100% at best appear to Opie's wife like he wanted to get out of there before either wife notices there is something between Opie and his ex, or ex finds out about his wife. Like, to her, the situation is insane and shady as F, so there would be reasons to try and get out of that conversation quickly without introducing her or letting her know he's married. Also, instead of accepting her friend request in front of his wife and saying, oh, I was a little shocked to bump into you. I forgot to introduce you to my beautiful wife who was standing next to me. He just doesn't accept the request, which again just looks like hiding stuff rather than openly telling her about his wife. It's weird any way you look at it. Imagine your wife standing right next to you and you can't take 3 seconds to introduce her. If my partner did that, I'd be mad as F at her because frankly, it's just straight rude, regardless of who they are talking to. But in this situation, it also comes across as trying to hide something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you scroll up a little bit? Daniel McLeod Hodge says, a similar situation happened to me. I told him if I ever saw his ex to at least tell me and not to hug her. It was at a mall and he saw her, and what did he do? Hug her and talk to her and her family. I found out after because he called me. My heart dropped. Needless to say, he's an ex for many reasons. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, it's just boundaries and talking. You know, I don't know. You have to be careful about how you interact with your exes.
Yeah. I'm still friends with one of my exes.
I think you can absolutely be friends. It's just letting your partner know about that situation. What were you to say? You're still friends with your ex?
One of them.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought there was more to
we
that
didn't
story.
really date.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't know. Mad Hatter Gal, thank you for the $5. If my boyfriend can introduce me to his neighbors and friends, this OP can do the same. It only takes a few minutes. And Boosta Kita Yancy, thank you for celebrating 3 months of membership. Sup, okay, fam. Shout out to Luke. Oh, infamous Boosta Kita here. A shout out to Luke and Sophia for my OK Storytime opportunity coming up. Woo! Happy to be a part of the squad.
Yo.
We're very happy too.
What's Luke cooking up?
What?
What's Luke doing?
The Reddit mods. The Reddit moderators?
Oh, yeah, Luke?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's looking for Reddit mods. We were interviewing our Reddit mods, and so I think
that's
Boosta Kita's in
right.
that
Yeah,
process
message
right
Luke.
now.
I know a lot of people reach out to me. I don't know what to do with you.
No, Boosta Kita's in that, but has been talking to us about this. Baby
I'm
Godzilla,
sorry.
though, thank you for the $5 tip. Riley!
I'm back.
Riley!
I made it through the hurricanes. Thank you for reaching out to me about that.
Aw.
Yeah, she was like, watch out. My mom sent me
Watch
this.
out.
You gave me some warnings.
Riley
Appreciate
got
it.
held up.
What? No, on the way back. Not on the way there.
No, that's what I was saying.
Huh?
Did you got held up on the way back?
Yeah. Not because there's a hurricane.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. And then Mad Hatter Gal, thank you for the $10. $10. Sorry, Riley, but this is what happens when you leave for a vacation for a while. You get a Sophia that says odd things. I've gone crazy. There's no one to rein me in. Oh yeah. Sam and John said they were going to talk about this on the Tuesday stream, so I guess we can talk about it now.
I'm not here.
But what?
John and Sam aren't here.
They're not here.
Can we give an update about them?
Yeah, sure.
Should we finish the story?
I'm going to finish the story and then we can do the updates. I just wanted to read the donos. Some of them are relevant. Okay. Relevant comments. Where is this?
Dude, I need to do something about the smell. It's bothering me.
I can't smell anything. Minty Walker 1290 says, "You're the a-hole. You told Jen that you were there with your friends. You didn't mention and your wife. Why is that?" Neosporin says, "That's it. I got rid of her." Turk, "So fast. How'd you do it?" Carla, "I just told her I was married." Turk, "Scrubs already did it." I think they were quoting a scene, presumably. Numerous.1530 says, "You're the a-hole." An ex asks how you've been over the past few years, and one of the top things on your list of why you're so good isn't that you're married to a wonderful woman. And the judgment is you're the a-hole, which makes sense. But there is an update. Well, also, what was the end of our poll for that? Was it a-hole?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Update 2 days later. Okay, so we had about 26% of people said not the a-hole. But let's get into this update. I wrote a post a few days ago regarding bumping into my ex Jen when I was on a trip to my hometown. My wife saw me talking to her and came up to me, and like an idiot, I forgot to introduce Jen to my wife. My wife was a bit upset that I did not tell Jen I was married. Thanks everyone who commented and let me know unanimously how stupid I was during the whole interaction. We came back home yesterday. Although my wife seemed to have gotten over the incident, I decided it was best to apologize to her and let her know that I did not have any wrong intentions. It was just a deer in a headlight moment for me, and I should have introduced her to Jen. Yeah. I also understand that kind of shock of talking to your ex after all of these years, and then, you know, your wife comes and you're like, yeah, I still think it's an a-hole move, but it may be unintentional. At night, when my wife was scrolling her through her phone in bed, I decided to bring up the topic. I told her that I wanted to apologize for the incident on Saturday. I know I messed up royally, and I should have introduced her to Jen so she can see that I'm happily married together. I told her that I was just surprised to see her, and I really wanted to get out of the conversation as soon as possible. My wife said it was okay, and she saw how flustered I was when I was talking to Jen. She said that when Jen saw me and hugged me, everyone at the table started staring at us. One of my friends, Rita, made some scandalous comments regarding why Jen is schmoozing with me. My wife has never seen Jen's picture and took her a while to realize that it was Jen. She thought she would stand next to me, and once I tell Jen that I'm with my wife, she would leave me alone. However, when she stood next to me for more than a minute, I did not notice. Yikes. Jen noticed her and gave her a dirty look. Yikes. Once I turned around to go to the table, she was hoping I would introduce her to Jen so Jen knows she was my wife and not some random girl standing next to me. However, I just hurried back to the table with her. Yeah. Wait, scroll up a little bit. There. Sarah B. Says, "Aw, good boy, apologizing at least."
Nice.
Yeah. That is at least something. It seems he's owning up to it. Anya says he didn't mean to be an a-hole, but he was one nonetheless. I agree. Unintentional a-hole, but it still hurt his feelings, and he still hurt his wife's feelings, and he has to own up for that.
Bags.
I again apologized to her and told her that from my perspective, I was just trying to finish the conversation and get back to the table. In hindsight, I should have done what she said, but I froze in the moment and was not thinking straight. She again asked me why I was acting so weird around Jen. I wish I had a better answer, but talking to Jen just felt wrong, and all I was thinking was I need to get back to my wife. I asked her if she felt bad that I was talking to Jen or that she hugged me. She told me that she has always been curious about Jen since I was so close to marrying her, and when she saw me around her, she felt I was still acting like how someone acts around their crush. Moreover, she saw Jen and realized how beautiful she was and felt insecure in that moment. My friends making a big deal out of it did not help either. She asked me if I ever wished Jen did not break up with me. I told her that if I had a time machine, I would wish 100 out of 100 times that Jen would break up with me so that I got to meet my wife and build such a beautiful life together.
Oh, good.
He is filling that hole that he dug. He's filling it back up.
What's he filling it up with?
Love.
What kind of soil? What kind of good soil would it be?
Husband materials.
Aphrodisia's soil would be the right answer.
Aphrodisiac?
Aphrodisia's soil.
What's Aphrodisias?
I made that up.
Oh, I was like, well, at first I thought you made it up, but then I was like, oh, he's a sawmill man. Maybe he knows a bit about soil.
I don't.
Okay.
North Carolina soil.
North Carolina soil. I asked her if I should message Jen and let her know I'm married. She said there is no need to do that since my profile picture on messages is a picture with my wife, and Jen should have already seen that. Also, my Instagram is public with a lot of pictures of my wife and me, so she asked me to just ignore her message and get on with our lives. Again, thanks everyone for being so brutally honest, as I would expect for Reddit. And then there are a couple of comments, but I don't think they're super relevant. So we can finish that up here.
Wow.
That was lovely. You know what? I love that they figured that out.
And that they still love each other, and that they didn't break up.
See, that's what I like. I like stories like this where someone makes a mistake and then they talk about it and realize that they made a mistake and then try and work to improve.
Wow.
Yeah. Alicia Rumley says, can you scroll up a little bit? These are the mistakes that you look over when married to someone with ADHD. What counts is he recognized and apologized. And can you scroll down a little bit? Thank you. Right, a little bit up. I'll read Courtney Joe's. Courtney Joe says he was an a-hole, but he didn't really mean it, and he did good with what he said and clearly meant, and actually asking her what she'd like to do with the messages. I think all of that is really great. And Lilu says, why didn't she introduce herself? I think that when you are in a situation where your significant other or a friend is talking to someone they know and you walk up next to them, I feel like it's a little bit awkward to interrupt and say, hi, this is my relationship with the OP or this person.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to be introduced, or like it feels as if you have to be introduced. Just because there's that feeling of not wanting to interrupt. But that is the end of that story. And I think this episode about, are there any aspects of a relationship that should remain private? In this scenario, I think talking about whether or not you're married should be public.
Facts.
So I think we've learned that there are certain aspects that should be private. There are certain aspects that should be public when it is to do with your safety. And there are certain aspects that you should shout to the rooftops and let everyone know you're married. But yeah, that's the end of that episode.
Wow.
But not
such a journey.
What a journey. What a journey we had. We had happy stories. We had very sad stories. We had misguided people. There you go.
Nice.
Melissa Daniel, thank you for the $20 tip. And Fox E. Mulder, thank you for the $5 tip. Sophia, loving the Miklo look. Riley, when is the game show coming out? I mean, freaking roasted.
I think end of this week? I don't know. I could look it up. Let me go look at Notion.
Yeah, yeah, it's somewhere. Oh, I think it's coming up this week or next week, I think. To my knowledge. But let's get into this next
July
episode.
10th.
Oh, okay, so not next week.
Is when it's going to be posted.
Mm-hmm.
When is it due? We do not have a due date on this. July
when is
10th
it due?
Is what's on the calendar.
Yeah. What episode are we doing next, Riley?
Oh, due 5.
Ooh, okie dokie.
Guys, like the stream.
Like the stream.
I spent so much time on this Will stuff.
Oh yeah, I can tell you about Clinton.
And John and Sam.
Yes. So unfortunately about Clinton,
He's dead.
No. Died. We buried him behind the curtain. No, he got a role in a TV show. He booked a role, so he won't have time to intern with us anymore, which is sad. We'll miss you.
I didn't even
R.I.P.
meet him,
Kristen.
really.
Kristen. Clinton. R.I.P. Clinton. Riley didn't even meet you.
Okay, and then what happened to John?
John got COVID, so he's not going to be here for. Yeah, he's not going to.
We don't know that.
VidCon. What?
We don't know that. He might.
Well, Sam said he wasn't.
Okay, he isn't.
Okay. Well, you told me to say it, so you should have said it.
Well, I don't know if he's going or not. I miss him. I haven't even seen him since I got back.
No, I mean I barely saw him because he was away. He was away. But yeah, so put some hearts in the chat for John, our poor sick guy.
And then Sam's throat hurts.
What?
But it's not like the sick hurt. It's sort of like I've been talking too much hurt.
Okay. I'm stressed out, guys.
Dude,
I feel
she's been
fine, but I'm
stressing
like
out so much.
I'm like, everyone's sick around me.
Oh my gosh.
Literally everyone's been sick that I know.
If everyone gets sick, I'll just read. I'll just make up the time I left.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very stressed about this. I feel fine so far.
People are saying I got rid of Clinton. I didn't even meet him.
Yeah. Riley
honestly,
came back and
he just
left.
filled in for me for the week I was gone. Yeah.
But
Come on in. Who are you?
who's there?
Where?
Kansas. I don't know. Maybe. Or he was traveling, so he might have been there. We don't know. But we're wishing him well, and he should be better soon.
Yeah. Oh, everyone's putting hearts in chat. John.
Yeah, put some hearts in the chat.
Yeah.
For poor John.
Dude, we're so close. Keep liking, guys.
No, Commander Waddles, I'm social distancing from literally everyone. Literally. My roommate was sick like a week ago, and I was like,
poor guy.
yeah, everyone's sick. Teddy says, Sophie, you need all of your vitamins and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Y'all were like, you're having too many vitamin C packets. No, I've been having so many vitamin C packets. I shan't be stopped.
Dude, you didn't give me any vitamin C. You said you were going to make me some.
No, I was going to give you an airborne. I can give that. Yeah, no, so many people are getting sick right now. I know a lot of people who are getting COVID or just getting sick. I hate being sick in the summer. It's very annoying. Alicia Rumley, thank you for the $25 tip. I watch at least 2 videos from your channel every day. I hope after I finish paying off my lawyer, I can join your club. Single mom of 2 kids and can't wait to share my story with you guys once I have 20 minutes to myself. Thank you for all the stories.
Oh, wow. 2 videos a day.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh, wow. I didn't even read that properly. Dumpster Fire, thank you for the $10 tip. Riley, I'm so happy you're back. Stay safe through the new COVID wave and try to mask up for VidCon. That is a good idea. Going around a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
A bunch of crowds and such.
I'll be all right. We'll see. If it gets me, it gets me. If it don't, it don't.
I do live. Wait, I don't know who said that. I think it was Lisa or something. I do live with the guys, but John does not live with us.
Nope.
Yeah.
He wishes he does.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, that's the updates on the OK family. I got stuck at the airport for like 15 hours yesterday.
Yeah. That sucks.
It's going crazy. You think Sophia's going mad? Dude, me yesterday?
Crazy.
It's pretty bad.
Crazy. Yeah. But let's get into this next story, maybe possibly final story. S1?
Yep.
Okay. Am I overreacting for wanting to end a friendship because they body shamed my child?
Ooh.
So, Doodoo Queen 420 says, I'm reaching out to Reddit because I could not stop thinking about this, and I need to know if I'm overreacting to this situation. I, 27 female, was at a friend's house last night with a group of friends of over a decade. I had a kid when I was on the younger side, and I am a single mother, so I am the only one of my friends' group with a child besides my older sister, who was also there. My son, we'll call him Adam, is 7, and I'll be fully transparent, he's a chubby kid. My ethnic background results in my build being fairly tall for a woman, and I've always been on the thicker side with plenty of muscle. However, since having a child, the pandemic, and working from home, again, I'll be transparent, I've gained a little more weight than usual. My son's biological father also has an ethnic background that is known for being thicker built. As a result, my son is larger build since birth, even when he was skinnier. I hate referencing my son's body like this. He's always had thick legs, arms, and always felt heavier than he looked.
Have we read this before?
Have we? I didn't hear. I'll just read the second one.
Wait, maybe.
I think we've read this before. Yeah, I think so too. Sorry, guys.
Let me double check.
We're going to double check. I think we've read this. I'm going to read S2 then.
Wait. Friend. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's get into this next story. Sorry, guys. My girlfriend is getting close to another man who I know is interested in her.
Oh, this is way better.
Yeah, this is so much more interesting than the other story
Oh, this is so much.
that we've already read. So Throwaway 239850 says, my girlfriend and I have been
Whoa.
together. Whoa!
Oh my
That is
gosh.
another hour.
Holy cow.
Melissa Daniel, thank you for the $105 tip.
Dang.
Jeez. Jeez Louise. Perfect. All right. Well, let's get grooving then.
We are at another hour.
We are- another 30 minutes. Sorry.
Another 30. I'm sorry.
Apologies.
I haven't done this in a minute.
Let's read this new story that is new and we have not read now. My girlfriend and I have been together for 5 years. We're both in our mid-20s, met in college, and have been living together for around 3 years. A little over 6 months ago, we had to find a new place to live rather quickly. Thankfully, we found a great place in the city, a little on the expensive side, but we make it work. A week into living here, my girlfriend met one of our neighbors, Jenna, who lives almost directly across the hall. Jenna lives there with her boyfriend, and they're roughly our age, maybe a couple of years older. By the end of December, my girlfriend and Jenna became pretty well acquainted. I don't know if I'd say friends because they never hung out outside of them inviting us to dinner and vice versa, but I do think my girlfriend and Jenna texted every now and then. Jenna is nice enough, but her boyfriend Sam is an effing a-hole. He's arrogant and entitled, and I do not like him. My girlfriend didn't like him either in the beginning, her words, but eventually seemed to warm up to him. Eventually, we learned that the two of them are in an open relationship. I've never really understood the whole open relationship thing, but it's really not my business, so ultimately, I don't care.
What's the guy's name again?
Jenna's nice enough, but her boyfriend, Sam. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, girlfriend and...
There we go.
A girlfriend
His
and
name's Sam.
Jenna. Jenna is the girlfriend's friend, OP's girlfriend's friend, and Sam is the friend's boyfriend. Okay. What does bother me is that I've caught Sam straight up checking out my girlfriend.
Whoa.
I've noticed Jenna noticing it too and being uncomfortable with it. I didn't think my girlfriend had noticed at first. About 2 months ago, when my girlfriend and I were coming home from dinner with a friend, we heard the two of them screaming at one another from inside their apartment. My girlfriend wanted to knock and see if things were okay. I wanted to leave it alone, so we knocked. Funny. I wanted to leave it alone, so we knocked. Sam answered and says it wasn't the best time, and Jenna pushed past him and left with a suitcase.
Oof.
Something's going on. He called after her, but she told him to go F herself, and that was it. 2 weeks later, we didn't hear a thing from either of them. My girlfriend texted Jenna asking if she was okay and got no response. This next bit I only know because my girlfriend told me. She caught Sam as he was leaving and she was coming home from work, and she asked him if things were okay. He confirmed they broke up and that Jenna had moved out lately.
Whoa.
That next day, while I was at work, my girlfriend went to his place to see how he was doing, and he explained to her what happened. It's not really relevant, but because I know some people may be curious, apparently he cheated and Jenna broke up with him. Uh-oh. Do we think, is this maybe an ICU? Maybe we know who he cheated with?
Ooh.
I feel like there's more to the story, but I don't know if that's all Sam told my girlfriend or if that's all she told me. Ever since, my girlfriend and Sam have been texting pretty much every day, if not every other day. Why would you want to get close to a cheater?
Come on, girl.
Unless you were the cheaters cheating on the person that she was cheating with. There we go.
Oh.
I told her I'm a little uncomfortable with how close they've gotten. She said she feels bad because he doesn't really have anyone. I told her it's his fault for being a cheater, and it bothered me she has sympathy for him. Yeah, because she was supposedly close to Jen, his girlfriend.
Dude, that's on him.
That's really whack. She agreed to dial it back, but said she won't ignore him completely. Then I asked two really stupid questions. The first was, if she was attracted to Sam, I expected her to say no, honestly, because she always told me that I'm exactly her type, looks and personality, and him and I are completely different. She said that's not a fair question. When I asked why, she said she should be allowed to find other men attractive without it being an issue, and said when I asked why, she said she should be allowed to find other men attractive without it being an issue, and said surely I'm attracted to other women. I agreed, but I said it's different when it's a guy who's been eye-effing her at every opportunity. Also, it's different when you're trying to actively hang out with them.
Yeah.
I took her silence after that as a yes. I also took it to mean she actually did notice him checking her out. The second stupid question was if she has the opportunity to sleep with him guilt-free, would she? She again said I'm being unfair because if she says yes, then I'll be pissed even though she has permission to do so. My response was, so that's a yes.
You're just trying to get mad, dude.
Okay.
I would never ask a question like that.
But why would she answer those questions? Why would she say yeah? Like, why would she say yes? Just say no. The fact that she's answering in this way, break up with her.
Ugh. It doesn't seem healthy, though.
What, to ask these questions?
Yeah, but like those type of questions.
Well, it seems like he's like, do you like this guy? I think that's, if you're trying to get a handle on whether or not she wants to be in this relationship, I think that asking those questions is a barometer for it. And the barometer is saying that she likes him. Yeah, no, this is breakup. This is breakup material. We were quiet for a while after that until someone texted her. She looked at the message and then looked away, and I asked who it was. She didn't answer me, and I got visibly upset. I started walking to her bedroom and grabbed a bag to pack some clothing. She followed me and said, "They're just friends." I asked if she would be willing to show me her phone. She hesitated, but said yes, but the hesitation was enough for me. I grabbed my bag and my laptop and told her I just needed to get away from here for a while and clear my head. She asked what that meant, and I said I have to think about some things and left. So here I am, sitting in a hotel room, wondering what the F is happening in my relationship and wondering if I screwed things up, if she did, or if we both did. And there are some relevant comments, and I believe an update. Yes. Let's get into it. So Make Life Super says, this guy is great at breaking up relationships. My money is on him trying to get into her pants before you two even break up. They might date, as it'll make her feel like she is making the honest decision. He'll cheat on her too, and she'll slink her way back to you after she realizes what a mistake it was to hook up with him at all. I'm sorry this has happened to you, but it's time to either buck up and take your relationship seriously, even to the point of moving, or cutting your losses and ending this relationship before it blows up under your nose. Heavy E79 says, I totally think he made the move as soon as she told him. He packed his stuff and left. Sorry, OP, but there are just too many red flags here to ignore. And No Contest 9016 says, Guy sees this as a competition. Your girlfriend is one of his conquests. Girlfriend likes the attention, and this experience is new for her.
Ooh.
Easy for her to be indulged in it. She doesn't sound very smart, though. And there is an update.
Oh, bro's not a bro.
Bro's not a bro. He is not a bro. It's a big yikes.
Yikes. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay. I'll chat.
All right.
I'll chat with him.
BRB.
For sure. Let's see what you comments say. Josephine Madola Berqui says, not the a-hole. Leave her because even if she hasn't cheated yet, she will do it in the future. Very true. Very true. And Commander Waddle says, LOL, OKOP. May as well leave her at this point. She's going to pull a, we were on a break with you. Yeah. And Harleen Quinzel says, my man and I have the same password on our phones. We also leave them out, no problem. We just say no to being with other people. I just don't understand. I don't have, like, I feel like if you have something to, there are, I don't think that all, like, a relationship is devoid of secrets. I think there are healthy secrets and stuff. But I think that I don't think it's that hard to not cheat. Just, you know, be clear about the boundaries that you want to set. And if you're no longer in love with a person, break up with them. break up with them. It doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Also, Becky Lord, I'm gonna shout out you. Oh, yes. We can spin the wheel. We are at 523 out of the 500 votes as likes. Hell yeah. Do we want to do that before or after the update, though, Riley? Okay, we're going to do that after the update. And Riley's going to get more ice packs, so I'm going to keep reading comments. Kansri Plasm says, not the a-hole. She was definitely cheating with him. And that's why Sam and his girlfriend broke up. That's what it feels like. I just think it's weird. Like, I get that it's, you know, a weird question to ask to a partner and say, well, do you like them? But it's even weirder for her to answer like that and say, obviously, but that's normal. It's icky. I don't like it. Love Bubble says, is it harder to break up or something? And Denise, we'll make sure to test and everything. We weren't really around John because he doesn't live here. And Lily Pilly, we are waiting for Riley to get into the story. He's getting ice packs for us because a camera's too hot. It's too hot. Harleen Quinzel says, just don't talk beyond friendships with other people. LOL. Yeah. I just don't understand why she's expecting this to be like a normal thing of trying to pursue a friendship, quote unquote, with a person that she knows she's attracted to. Strange. And Cancreplasm says, my name is pronounced Cancreplasm. Thank you. People always have trouble with my name. LOL. Celtic Kit says, it's not normal to like two people unless you're in a poly relationship. I think it's normal to be attracted to, like, you know, you can't help being attracted, but I think that actively putting yourself in a situation where you are alone with a person and where you're talking a lot to that person and engaging in like kind of seems like flirtatious situations with that person that you know that you're attracted to is not great. Scary territory. Not great. But let's get into this update. So this is 2 days later. Well, first of all, I want to say that I didn't expect this to blow up as much as it did. I want to thank everyone for the encouraging comments and for reaching out personally, even if I didn't respond. Lots of people said that I made a lot of mistakes, not checking your phone, not confronting him, leaving after our fight. Hindsight, I guess, but I just didn't want to be there anymore in that moment. I was able to reach out to Jenna. She confirmed her and Sam had an open relationship, but it was one-sided, which she said worked for the longest time until it didn't. She said she told Sam after the first time we were invited for dinner, my girlfriend was off limits. Then she confirmed she came home and so she just full cheated. She full cheated. I said I see you and I was right.
Oof. Who said it was a competition? Whatever commenter said that was.
They were right. Yep. And mommy, the boys, Sam's doing. He's getting ready for something, and John is sick. So sorry.
Getting ready for?
I don't know. He's doing something. He's doing work or something. He should be here later though. And yeah, poor John is sick. And where was I really? She also said it's not the first time he's broken the rules. She apologized for not telling me sooner, but said she just wants to pull him behind her. She also asked me to not contact her again. I called my sister afterwards. She's the one who helped me find Jenna's socials. And we talked about me coming home for a while to clear my head. I said that entirely depends on what I find when I get home. I might have been able to forgive a kiss. When I got home, why would you forgive that? Why would you forgive that? When I got home last night, our apartment was empty. It surprised me how not surprised I was that she wasn't there. I put my things down, took a deep breath, and went to his apartment. When he answered, I pushed on the door to open it wider, and my attention went immediately to her. I asked her if we could talk alone when she didn't move and look towards it. I said, F it, and pushed past him into his apartment. He sarcastically told me to come in and close the door. I told him that I knew about the kiss. She looked surprised. He didn't. He said, you talked to Jenna then? And I said, yeah, she told me everything. He said he doubts that. I said, I know he's cheated on Jenna before, and he admitted that he's broken the rules of the relationship before, but said Jenna isn't a saint either. He said the relationship was incredibly toxic on both sides, and I said, she seemed like a good person to me. He said, I don't know her. They were together for 7 years, and he knows her better than anyone. I said, I didn't believe him. My girlfriend told me that Jenna sent her really nasty messages when she texted her asking if she was okay and tried to apologize. I shrugged and said, so? She had every right to be angry. Sam immediately jumped to her defense and said, at me, Paige. At me. Paige didn't know the rules of a relationship, so for all she knew, that kiss was within them. What? Dude, why are you defending her? She also cheated on OP. How would that be a good defense? She literally cheated on her partner. I don't get it. It was quiet for about a minute, and then I asked my girlfriend how long it took after I left for her to come knocking on his door. She told me I left her in relationship limbo and didn't know if I was even coming back. Which didn't answer my question, but I dropped it because I was never going to get an honest answer. I didn't need to ask if they slept together because she was in her underwear and a t-shirt, and he was only wearing sweatpants.
Oof. Dang.
Yikes. Oh, boy. I want to leave and told her I'm moving back home and I'll be emailing our landlord and telling him I want out of the lease and that she'll be taking it over completely. She said she can't afford that. I told her I don't care. Then I left. I called my sister and she's making arrangements to come get me, but she's 9 hours away and won't be able to make it until tomorrow or Tuesday. It gives me time to pack my stuff at least. I'm not exactly loving that I'll be staying here for a day or two. Unfortunately, I can't turn off my feelings for her, and knowing she's across the hall getting effed by another man isn't awesome, but I can't afford the hotel again. Yikes. Big yikes. I don't really know how I'm feeling right now. I went from anger to sadness to anger again, and now I just feel numb. So that's it. Again, wondering how we got here. Our relationship wasn't perfect and we had our issues, but I never thought we'd end up here. There are 3 comments to end this story. Tito582 says, sorry, dude, if it wasn't with this a-hole, it would probably be the next one. Stay strong. Chojan says, lol, you left me in limbo for a hot second, so I jumped on some other guy's D. And Dark Jametta says, listen, man, you can't stop your girl from cheating. That's just up to her. And if she wants to F a guy who doesn't give 2 craps about her, then let her. Move back home. Handle your own business. Don't give them an ounce of your attention. Let's be honest. Let's see how long she lasts with Sam before he gets tired of her and moves on to the next girl. Where's she gonna go after that? Right back to you.
Facts.
That's the part where you say, nah.
Nah.
Yeah, I agree, commenter. I agree.
I conclude.
Do you mean I concur?
I concur.
They do. Yeah, Kansas and Lily Pilly both say they deserve each other. Very true. Very true. That sucks.
That does seem.
Yikes. Yeah, she sounds awful. She sounds really sucky. Yeah, real sucky. But that was what story should we read next, Riley?
We gotta spin this wheel.
Actually, we have to spin this wheel. Let's spin it.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Sally Davis said Sam Donner would never be as stinky.
There's one I'm gonna not do on here because I want the boys to be on here for it. So.
Sure. Also, when you we'll read the donations after.
Okay, here we go.
Spin that wheel.
Hey, woo! 10 extra minutes.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's go. Adding it.
Woo! Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Bella, thank you for the $10 tip. And Mad Hatter Gal, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. And Lord McFart, thank you for the 40 freaking bucks. What it do, Worm Queen and Big Protein?
What it do?
It do well. It do a little bit tired. Martika Waterman, thank you for the $5 tip. I know this is off subject, but hello everyone. I'm just recovering from surgery. I had to get a new chemo port due to my old one was defective, so I can't pick up anything over 10 pounds for the next week. So I can't pick up my Zeke. He's sad. I love you. I hope that your recovery goes well. Put some hearts in the chat for Martika Waterman. And what is the next story that we're going to read?
Next story we're going to read is this one.
What?
It's this one.
What?
Let me find it. Sorry. I'm just goofy right now.
This is goofy.
All right, 582. S1.
582. Also, did you find McSwirmies? Right?
I did. Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's get into it. So I'm looking for it. Aha. Would I be the a-hole for doing a paternity test behind my family's back?
Oof.
We'll see. So Prize Towel 3011 says, throwaway account because I don't want anyone to see this on my main. I, 26 female, have reason to suspect that my dad, 48 male, isn't my biological father.
Oh no.
I look nothing like my 3 siblings, and during an argument with my mom a few years ago, I overheard him mention that he didn't believe I was his.
Ooh.
Yikes. Later on, during an argument between the two of us, he also said that he didn't even think I was his kid. He immediately backpedaled and said he was just angry and didn't mean it, but it haunts me. That is so messed up. That is so messed up to say to your child, oh, I don't even think you're mine.
Yeah.
Oh. At that point, if it's affecting the way that you're parenting, then you should get a DNA test. 100%.
Yeah, honestly.
I feel like in some of these stories, parents are like, oh, I don't want to get a DNA test because I don't want to know whether or not they're mine. But if it's actively affecting how you're treating your child, then
might as well get one.
You've already messed it up. It's been 2 years and it just lingers in the back of my mind. I mentioned doing a paternity test, but he said no, he wouldn't agree to it because I was his and he didn't want to. But you're still using this against her. Like, you can say, oh, no, you're mine. I don't want to know. And then you're going to behave this way? He refused to talk about it after that. I mentioned taking a paternity test to my sister, 24 female, and she was adamant that it was a bad idea. She said it would only start arguments and that our mother would have never cheated on him. She is the spitting image of my dad, as is our younger brother, and the youngest sibling we have looks like a combination of mom and dad. I told her I wouldn't do it, but I still plan to. I was trying to figure out how I was going to get a sample from either a sibling or my dad, but my fiance, 26 male, told me that I would be a huge a-hole for saying I wouldn't, and then doing it anyways. I argued that none of them understood what it felt like, and neither did he. It blew up, and he insists that all I'm doing is being dramatic and trying to hurt everyone. We went to bed angry last night, and now I'm worried that I'm going to cause unnecessary drama. Especially if it comes back, he's my bio dad, and they find out I did the test. So would I be the a-hole for not telling any of them? I know they're never going to agree to it, so I feel like it's my only option. I realized I never mentioned how I plan to get a sample. My youngest brother is very close to me, and I haven't asked, but I believe if I do, he'd be willing to give me a sample to see if we are full siblings. I was discussing that with my fiance when he said I'd be a huge a-hole for going behind everyone else's back. I did not make that very clear on the post. Sorry about that. And there is some additional information from OP. Who says, I didn't want to mention everything in the post that truly leads me to believe he might not be. And I didn't want to say the biggest reason for needing to know because it scares me the most. But I think this comment makes me think I may have to say it.
Okay.
He told me he thinks my real bio dad is before he decided to backpedal on it. Oh, Well, he told me who he thinks my real bio dad is before he decided to backpedal on it. They were family friends of ours when I was younger, and as an adult, I had a brief relationship with one of the sons. We dated for a while, and the idea that I may have been physical with a half-sibling absolutely haunts me. You were family. Okay, so OP is saying that the dad thinks that she might be one of their family friends' kids, and now she's like, oh my god, I was intimate with one of those kids, and now she's like, was that my half sibling? He knew about the relationship and voiced his opinion when we were together that he didn't like it. We fought about it back then, but he never brought up why.
Ooh.
My relationship with my parents hasn't been good for a while. We don't speak much anymore. But you're right about my siblings and fiance. I don't want to ruin my relationship with them. I don't want them to think differently of me. My siblings don't know about the identity of the other guy being my bio dad, but my fiance does. He has done nothing but help me get through that an awful initial phase. And there is an update. Well, let's make a poll. Who do you think which child is OP? Do we think family friend or OG dad?
Dude, the worst part is that like they were with a family friend that
that sucks.
Could be
that sucks.
Sibling.
That sucks.
Dude, if the mom knows this and did not say a word about it.
Also, can you update the TLDR? Maybe. Ace makes it, says she definitely is not the a-hole. I feel like if you're a parent or it's gone. I feel like if you're the parent or the child and have doubts, you're not the a-hole for making sure. Absolutely. And Tume N4 says this is why you tell people these things. So true.
I don't have a TL.
Just the title, I think. And then Lord McFart, thank you for the 37 bucks.
Let's go.
Little salute. Yeah, this is a little concerning.
All right. Poll?
Yeah, poll and then do whose child is whose child is OP's? Is OP. Whose child is OP? There we go. And then OG dad or family friend. And then we're about to find out. We're going to jump into this update and see what these results are. You ready? Okay, we're not quite ready.
There it is. Vote.
All right.
Wait, should we wait though?
Wait for them to vote? Okay, you get
I feel like
10
like
seconds.
a paragraph or two in, we're going to get the results.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone vote real quick.
Get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get pumped.
Vote one or two. Riley noping out of the story. Yeah, this is sad. All right, we're getting the votes. Everyone's saying fam. I got 2 votes for fam friend. Okay.
All right.
I need pictures. I wish we could have pictures of her.
Oh yeah, should we? Yeah.
The bio dad and the fam
Well,
friend.
that's the question. If she doesn't look like the bio dad, but does look a little bit like the family friend.
Like I need a picture of the whole family, like group picture and then the family
Group
friend.
picture and then family photo. Yeah. Who's to say?
Everyone is saying fam friend.
Who's to say? Yeah. All right, let's get into this update.
All right. Gonna figure this out.
Did a 23andMe and got results.
Oh.
So from my last post, many people suggested doing a 23andMe. I found a lot of other relatives on my mom's side and unfortunately found out that my father is in fact not my bio.
Oh.
Damn. This is information I have kept to myself, and I do not wish to share it with anyone else in my family.
Oh, wow.
I know many of you wanted to know why my fiance was so against it and why he called me an a-hole for it. He told me he was only concerned for my mental health. I was doing very poorly, and he didn't want me to risk my relationship with my siblings. In the end, he told me he would support me, but insisted I at least start therapy first. I did, and he has been incredibly supportive. We're married now, BT dub. The man who's my bio dad will never be able to contact me. He was already blocked on any social media I had, but even if I tried, I wouldn't respond as I do not trust him. In the end, this has given me a strange peace of mind. I don't sit up at night and worry over it. My therapist is helping me grapple with the terms of it as well as help me through the disgust I feel with myself over the relationship I had with who I now know was my half sibling. Youch. Youch. Youch, ouch, ouch, ouch. I can't tell him as he passed away a couple years ago in a car. Oh.
Gosh. Any better?
This is just.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You have to like live with that.
Oh. My relationship with my parents was severed before I ever did the test. I haven't spoken to either in over a year now, and I'm happier than I ever have been. My in-laws are great to me, and a man I've known for a few years, has stepped in and walked me down the aisle. Aww. I am surrounded by people I love, and it's amazing. I really appreciate everyone's support from my original post. Many of you helped me with the good suggestions, and no one judged me over the relationship I had. So I can't thank you all enough. I wish you all safe and happy travel. And there are some relevant comments to end the story off.
Yeah, Lysandra Rivera. Why would she? I don't know.
I know.
That's
so
crazy.
Messed up. So icky. Like, what are you doing?
Glad you're out of there, though.
Yeah. Oy. At least you're not marrying him. Ambitious Estimate says, I'm glad you're at ease now, but I'm curious. Did this topic make you cut ties with your parents, or was it something else? Good to hear you have good in-laws.
Facts.
And OP says, it was definitely one of the things that pushed it. The last straw was him coming to my house to bring my brother, to bring my brother over, and he had been drinking. He completely ignored me in my own home, and my mom stood there and cried and called me selfish for being mad at him because it stresses her out. That was the moment that put me over the edge. The reality is, it was 26 years of hell before I stopped talking to them. I posted a few months after I went no contact. Learning the truth wasn't easy. I cried for 2 weeks, pretty consistently, and struggled with identity issues. My therapist helped me through it, though, and now I am where I am now, nearly a year later. Zingius Cobra says, you mentioned in your previous post you had an idea about who your bio dad was, but then didn't mention why he's already blocked on everything. Sounds like there may have been more people in the know, and all the adults failed you. OP says, I blocked him myself. He was someone I didn't want in my life before all of this came to light, and I don't want him reaching out if he finds out I know. His ex-wife is who my dad cheated on my mom with, so they're all messed up. And Feisty Extent 9140 says, I'm sorry for the confusion you are dealing with. I genuinely cannot believe your mother sat by and watched you date your half-sibling, assuming she knew or had any suspicions. Thought I was going to sneeze. That must be a really difficult thing to unpack, and you really don't deserve any of this. OP responds, I never understood why my dad was so angry about it. He didn't tell me what the problem was. We were like 19, and we found we weren't compatible romantically after a few months, but stayed friends up until he passed. I feel like telling me when we first started dating before anything turned physical would have been the best solution to all of that. At the end of it, I understand not wanting to tell me, but that doesn't make it acceptable, especially knowing what I went through. And Feisty Extent says, oh wow, so parents knew. That really blows. Does your sibling know? OP says, none of my siblings know. The half-sibling I had a relationship with passed in a car accident a couple of years ago. My other siblings I grew up with have no idea, and I won't tell them. The relationship with our parents is better than mine, and I'm not out to destroy their lives. I simply want my own peace, and I feel like I'm on the path to finally achieve.
Ooh. I mean, she's handling this very well.
Yeah. I mean, OP got the information and was like, I don't need my parents in my life. Let's move on to happier things. And it seems like she is.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Lena Covenant says, what is wrong with these parents? So true.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't say anything.
I mean, the dad did say something, sort of, very indirectly, but the mom, come on.
Come on. Yucky. A Elizabeth says, OMG, her parents thought that there was a remote chance she was dating her sibling. They were so wrong for not telling her.
Dude, facts.
Very wrong. And Bella, thank you for the $10 tip. We appreciate you. Kimberly Fine says, that's big of OP, but holy isolation. Really hard to like lose your parents in this way of just them being really, really awful. Shucks. But that is the end of that story, and I think we can unless something else happened, we can do one more story.
Yep.
Oh, you ready? Actually, S2. Okay. Oh, sorry, S1. Oh, they're just labeled wrong. That's my bad. Okay.
All is well,
I can't,
my friend.
It won't let me label. I can't fix that. I'm sorry.
What?
A 582 S2, right? Okay.
I got you.
Right.
Boom. It's
do
there.
it.
Wait, did we do it? Yeah.
I
Now
don't
I
know.
labeled it. The 1400 word one?
Mhm.
Boom.
Okay. Let's get into it. I'm trying to buy a house, but found out my dad stole my identity and opened 3 cards in my name. What do I do?
Ooh.
Yikes. And Tracy Ison, we did spin the wheel and we got 10 more minutes. Oh no, this is bad. And this is to answer a question. The other ones didn't have questions, but this one is to answer a question. How do you deal with stealing between family members? Which was, oh, sorry, that was an old question because we didn't get to the story. But now we're getting to it, and let's get into it. So, Where Are My Pants says, I found my dad using my information to open, what?
You get that?
What?
Honey, where are my pants? The hits network in the Lego movie with Chris Pratt in 2014 actually. Where Are My Pants?
A Lego movie? Oh yeah. Where are my pants? Yeah.
Hilarious.
Who said that? What was that relevant?
It was a TV show. Like, honey, where are my pants? On the Lego movie.
No, I totally understand.
That's the username.
Oh,
username.
okay. I was like, what are you referencing?
All right, I'm done with my soapbox.
I found out that my dad used my information to open 3 credit cards over the last year. When I went to get a pre-approval for a mortgage, I was told by the lender they wouldn't be able to give me a home loan because of the defaulted credit cards. They also said I probably wouldn't be able to get a loan from any lender because of it, and gave me a sheet of paper explaining what I'd need to do in order to fix it.
Whoa.
Diavion Wilder, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. We are at another 30 minutes. Woo! Jeez Louise.
I thought that was the last story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to keep going.
Not today.
But I will need to go to the bathroom after this story.
You need to go now? I can entertain for a bit.
Sure.
We got a bit. That one's pretty thick. All right. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Lysandra Rivera, thanks for the $10. Parents be out here destroying their kids' lives. We know consequences jail. No, that last part did not make sense to me, but I think it makes sense to everyone else. Guys, okay, real quick. Do you guys want to see my setup? I have a new monitor thing. It is pretty wild. Okay, I'm going to show you. So I have this one. This is where I see all the chats and all of you here. Then I have here where I do OBS and I do the chat thing. I do the Notion thing right there. Then up here is what you guys see. Right there. And over here is the YouTube thing to make sure YouTube's going live because that's where the majority of you guys are. But I have four. Adjust the camera. And then I have this camera here. But Clinton set this up for me before. As I was gone in Florida. I did pretty good in Florida. I just slept the whole time. But I missed you guys. I was sad. Yeah, what's up? I'm here. Whoa, we're moving, guys. Yep, we moved. We saw it. What do you guys think? Rate my setup 1 through 10. 1 through 10 right now. Rate it. Also, should I get a new chair? Because I've been sitting in this chair. I've been sitting in this chair for like, ages. And look at the chairs they got. A couch. And then that cool chair. And that one like swivels. It's really nice. But I'm thinking about getting a new chair. I got this new mouse setup thing so my wrist doesn't hurt. I've been like streaming for hours, so that is really nice. And I kind of want a new keyboard to match my cool computer. But yeah. That's what's up. Dude, 10 out of 10. I missed you guys. You guys don't even know. This was the first vacation where I went on vacation and did not work. So that was super duper nice. Everyone, 1,000. How do I get a membership? There's a link, but I think someone can help you. 8, Jen, I'm timing you out. How do I time you out? Jen, I'm timing you out for, where are you? Maybe, Nicole, you're timed out. I'm timing you out for a minute. Put user in timeout. 10 seconds. Put you in timeout for 10 seconds. For your opinion. Boom. Let's see. Who else can I? Honestly, I'm going to start timing you guys out. If you guys get two Tuesday thirst mode, if you guys get 2 thirsty Thursday, I will time you out for like 10 seconds. Hey, fun fact, you can time people out for comments. And I threatened one. All right. Oh, we got some donos. Upside down. That was really cool how you did your name there. Thanks for the $5. I had to donate because I have a conspiracy theory that the guy OP dated was not actually her bio half-brother, but the bio son of the dad who raised her, since we already know Up's dad cheated in the mom's affair.
Whoa.
Oh, that is very
Plot twist.
That would be a huge plot twist. Matt Hattergow, thanks for the $5. As a person who has 3 monitors, one of them being a TV, I give your setup a 10 out of 10. Well done, dearie. Oh, thank you. And Tony Q10, Riley, the way you're talking ANS, showing us the setup reminds me of the look after my BF trended on TikTok. What?
The way that you're talking and showing up the setup reminds me of the look after my boyfriend.
Trended on TikTok?
The look after my boyfriend trend on TikTok. Like, here, can you look after my boyfriend? I need to go do something. Oh,
yeah, that was me. Yeah. That took way too long for me to figure that out.
Can you look after my producer? I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what she did.
Yeah.
Yep.
But let's get into this story.
Yep.
I'm ready now. Okay. Hair. I'll just start it over.
Go for it. Starting it over? Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really get anywhere.
Go for it.
I'm trying to buy a house, but found out my dad stole my identity and opened 3 cards in my name. What do I do? So Where Are My Pants says, I found my
hit
dad.
TV series on
Where Are My Pants? I found my dad used my information to open 3 credit cards over the last year. When I went to get a pre-approval for a mortgage, I was told by the lender they wouldn't be able to give me a home loan because of the defaulted credit card. They also said I probably wouldn't be able to get a loan from any lender because of it, and gave me a sheet of paper explaining what I'd need to do in order to fix it. When I tried disputing the cards, one of which is already in collections, the disputes got closed out as the debts were verified. I told my divorced parents about it, and their answers were pretty wildly different. My dad said that these things happen and that I should be more careful in the future with my social security number. Seeing as I've always been careful, that made me pretty mad. My mom said she thinks my dad might have had something to do with it, since him opening credit cards in her name had a part to play in their divorce. She told me he ran up about $50,000 in credit card debt on secret credit cards.
Ooh.
What? The absolute audacity of this father saying, "Oh, you know what? You really need to be more careful with your social security number," and then stealing his son's money. audacity. Jail. Straight to jail.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. A few days ago, I ended up casually telling my dad I'm going to have to file a police report for the credit cards. He told me I probably shouldn't do that because $15,000 isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. When I told him it was keeping me from buying a house, he said I could just wait a few years until they fell off my credit card report. He said it would only take another 4.5 years. When I told him I obviously couldn't wait that long, so I have to file the police report, he told me straight up not to do it and to just be more careful in the future. Once I told him I already got the paperwork together for the credit card agencies, he told me he had opened the cards to pay for living expenses over the last year. He said his work slowed down a little bit, but he'd do what he could to help pay it off. He said it would ruin his life if it went to jail. Oh, if he went to jail. You're already ruining your son's life. You're putting him into massive amounts of debt and like destroying his credit.
Yeah. But we can't destroy your life.
But my life though. What about my life, son? It's fine. You don't need $15,000.
Nah.
Yeah. This dad is horrible and throw him in jail. Straight into jail. OP continues, I'm leaning towards going to the police anyway, but I didn't right that minute. I have everything in front of me today to go make the report. I guess I just want to make sure turning it over to the police is the right thing to do here, especially if I'm wanting to buy a house this year. And there are some relevant comments. Madogios says, report him for fraud. I agree. And Opie says, that's what I'm leaning towards. I'm realizing if I want to buy a house, I can't have those accounts on my credit. And Grace Stranger Than You says, if he wasn't your dad, you'd have already reported him already, right? Well, think about this. Why didn't he give you the same respect and not ruin your credit because he's your father? And there is an update. But yeah, Sarah B says, 15 grand is so much. Yeah, it is a lot of money. So much money. But let's get into this update because this is wild. I spent about half the day reading everybody's comments and it's pretty much solidified what I was going to do. The process itself was pretty easy. I went to the police department and the person at the front desk had me wait about 10 minutes before an officer came out. We talked for about 15 minutes and he made copies of all the paperwork I gave him. He told me the case would be assigned to a detective on Tuesday and gave me a pamphlet they have about how to contact the credit agencies. I was given a report number and was told I could use that now to start disputing the accounts. A detective is going to follow up with me in the next couple of weeks. I asked what would end up happening to my dad, and the officer said it looked pretty clear-cut to me, but the charging decision is 100% with the state attorney's office. He said if they decide to pursue charges, he'll likely get a warrant put out for his arrest.
Ooh.
He also said typically if this is his first felony, he's probably going to get some sort of pretrial diversion with court supervision or probation. He probably won't go to jail for years, but if he gets picked up on a warrant, he's going to spend a little bit of time behind bars. I've decided I'm okay with that because it's obvious to me he did this purposely. He's never been arrested before, so hopefully this is a wake-up call for him. At the same time, he completely did this to himself. I'll update when I learn more, and there are some relevant comments and an update. Pooey, zooey mama. Mathweely Hess says, play stupid games, win. Sincerely hope everything works out well for you. And Opie says, I think it will. From what I understand, it might take a month or two for the cards to come off my credit. But once they do, my credit score should shoot up. Jewel Flip says, well done, Opie. I was so mad on your behalf reading the first post. It would take everything in me not to use his words against him. Jail time? It's just a few years. You've ruined my life. No, you did it by trying to ruin mine. Snap. Clap back. I hope the marks come off your credit report like it's made of Teflon. Good luck on your home ownership journey. And there is another baby update.
Ooh, do you think he's going to go to jail?
I hope so. He needs to pay up. He needs to pay up, and OP needs to get all this bad credit off of him.
Yeah.
What a weirdo says he obviously knew what he was doing and didn't care. And Eclectic Rain says, wait, what's going on here? Late. Basically, OP's father took out a bunch of credit cards in his name and was racking up like $15,000 worth of money on them. And so OP's credit is now very messed up, and OP's pursuing filing charges against his dad. Worm Maiden Aoki says he's gonna get a record for sure, and an ankle monitor. I think he could use some time behind bars. It's the least he deserves. But let's get into this new update.
Let's get into it.
There's been some good, a little bad, and a little real bad progress the past few days. The good, I used my report number and disputed every account. When I checked my credit last, which everyone should be doing regularly, the one with the lowest balance was already off my account. The other cards and the collection account are still showing, but I have hope that they'll be falling off in the next few weeks. I also received a call from someone at the prosecutor's office who had a couple of extra questions for me and asked if I would be willing to testify if they charged him. I said yes, and they said they would be making a decision on their charges before the end of the month. The bad, obviously someone talked to my dad about this because the last time he talked, he scolded me for going to the police and hasn't talked to me since. One of my brothers was also pretty mad about it and hasn't talked to me in over a week. The rest of my siblings and my mom understood where I was coming from. The real bad. One of my brothers, not the one who was pissed, found 2 open credit cards on his credit, which weren't his. He checked his credit score for the first time in a couple of years, and he said it was down about 150 points from where it used to be. He's now in the process of dealing with that. He doesn't have any positive proof yet that it was our dad, but the fingers are pointing in that direction. This still blows my mind that a dad could do this to his own children. I'm moving forward, though, and I still hope to be able to purchase a house before the end of the year. And a little additional information from OP to close the story off. Also, I think all of my other siblings, there are 6 of us, are checking their credit too. Probably for the best.
Ooh, dude, 6 pools to pull from?
Youch.
6 kids to get money
Youch, that he's stealing. I hope he's not stealing for all of them.
Dude, his money is up right now.
Yikes. Big yikes.
He definitely has an
yikes.
addiction he's spending all this money on.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not good, to say the least. And I hope that OP sorts this out because, yeah. I think it was definitely the right move to file charges because how else would OP get this money back?
True. From her dad, he said he'd pay her back.
He's like, $15,000 is nothing. I'll buy you lunch next week.
I steal $15,000 from a kid every month. That's really not that much.
It's no biggie. Don't worry
I
about
do
it.
Really quick.
Why are you being
no
so
biggie.
mean to me? I just need some money. Ellen Dice Goblin, thank you for the 552. Good to have you back, Big Protein.
Aw.
Want to send you snacks from Norway. What would you all like?
Whatever's your favorite.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Norwegian snacks.
Whatever's your favorite that isn't chocolate, I'll be down.
But if you also have chocolate, I'll eat that. So don't worry about it.
I like non-chocolate things.
Lena Covenant, thank you for celebrating your 2 months of membership. I love the setup, Riley. Get a good chair and an ergonomic keyboard. It'll be worth it. So true. So true.
Hours I spend behind here.
Yeah, I spent a lot of hours this week. Kimberly Fine, thank you for celebrating 4 months of membership. Pay no attention to the inappropriate chats happening right now.
What do you mean? I will.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm gonna talk to the YouTube mods and be like, who just said blah blah blah.
Who just said that?
Time them out for like 10 minutes minus 9 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yeah. Illy Rose, thank you for the $5. I've been watching the OKOP show.
The who?
Sorry?
Go on.
I don't know who that is.
Mistake, maybe.
For months now, but haven't had the chance to make it to stream till now. So hi, Riley and beloved Queen.
Hello.
Hello.
Also, if this is your first time, wave in the chat right now.
Wave in the chat. Sound off in the chat. Sound off.
just don't even like that word.
And then Bella, thank you for the $10 tip.
Let's go.
$10 tip. Mad Hatter Gal, thank you for the $10 as well. The sad part of all of this is that you trust your parents with your personal info, like social security, and others only for them to do. Very true. Yeah. I mean, yeah, your parents should be trustworthy individuals in your lives, and for them to take that and betray you is not okay. It's not okay.
It would make me sad if my mom did that.
Yeah. If my mom stole $15,000 from me, I'd be like, that sucks. Or, ran up my credit, I'd be like, that sucks.
Come on, Mom. That's not
Mom,
cool.
that's not you. Mom. Yeah. Lily Billy says, I have never been here before. That is not true.
Shut up.
Lily Billy, you're a liar.
All the
You're
time.
a liar.
You're regular.
But you know what else is a regular?
Stories we read.
Yeah.
Especially
What's the next one?
paternity stories.
Ooh.
Let's do a big one. The 3,000.
585?
That would.
Hmm?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
How you doing?
Okie dokie.
You want me to get some caffeine? You take a sip of it?
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Guys, there's a personality swap on this thing. Like it so Sophia doesn't have to read, and I'll have to read, okay? Go. Do it. Save your worm queen. Save her.
Save me.
Sam, we need you.
Sam.
He heard us. Definitely. He's had his headphones in all day. Totally heard us.
All right. Let's.
You got it. Yeah, come on.
Wait,
yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to do some jumping jacks.
Pump up. Stretching. She's on the floor now. Oh, she's doing runner's lunges. Now she's doing some big marching steps. Now she's doing some kicks. She's ready. Look at her now. Look at that. She's a new person. It's also
new
very
person.
hot.
It's so hot.
They turned the AC off.
Yeah, what is this? Need some water. Need some water.
I'll get you some water.
Okay. Just put some water in this. Can you put some fridge water? No ice. Please. Okay. Awesome. Ginger. All right. Let's chat while Riley gets me water. Thank you, Duchess Cassandra. I do freaking got this. Lily Billy, thank you. Let's go, Soph. Got it. I don't know, ask me questions and I'll answer it. I truly, my mind is a blank vessel right now. What? Oh, we had our Polaroid party last night. We just had like a couple friends over and we were Moses, get that funky ice away from Sophia. Thank you. We had our Polaroid party last night, which is why I'm kind of tired because Riley and I were up late. Having a little fun, like having a blast at the party. But we were basically, everyone had to take a picture as if we were paparazzi. And so we all had really fun pictures. I did one with some friends where I was like lying dead on the stairs and they were standing over me horrified. It was very fun. Thank you. What's your favorite book from your childhood? Easy, Ziggy. It is Percy Jackson, and specifically Percy Jackson. Oh gosh. I'll take a sip. Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth. I don't like it. Ugh. It's like a bad vitamin C. Oh! Duchess Cassandra says, I forgot what shapes you wanted from Australia. The pizza ones. I don't know what Sam would like, but I love the pizza shapes. We love Tim Tams. We love Vegemite. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of the little. I love violet crumble. I love crunchies. Ugh. Australian candy's so good.
I'm gonna
It's
add
so
like
good.
5 minutes.
Yeah, give him 5 minutes for me dying.
8.
Yeah, you guys
You're
get
welcome.
8 minutes. It's fine. Sam has to do it. All right,
We're back.
let's do it.
Moisturize me. Okay.
It's from Doctor Who.
Did Dragon
Moisturize
Mama
me.
Maud time her out for like a minute?
No, that's from Doctor Who.
Oh, never mind. Don't time her
Yeah,
out.
don't time her out. It's from
I just
Cassandra.
I was like, what is this?
There's this girl named Cassandra, or not, like this woman,
I'm so sorry.
and she's like skin because she's so old, and she's done this whole thing where she's like trying to stay alive, and so she's literally just like a piece of skin stretched out, and so she has to she goes, moisturize me, moisturize me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was uncalled for. My bad. No context.
I got you, girl. Elite technician, thank you for the $5 tip. I love it. I love it. I can catch your stream. Right now I hurt my foot with a heavy button glass cup and it broke. Ouch. Youch. All right, let's get into it. What?
Never mind. You're good. Go.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for wanting a paternity test from my wife after her best friend left? Suspicious.
Bet that's a guy, best friend.
Everyone's hating on Vegemite in the chat. It's an acquired taste.
It's disgusting.
It's an acquired taste. I love it, but you don't have to love it.
She made me eat some, and I wanted to punch her in the face.
Thank you for not.
I can't.
So what if 93 says, first of all, I know I made a big mistake. I know I hurt her, but hear me out and be honest with me if I could still fix it or not. I'm Russian, so don't mind my English. I, 32 male, started to date 29 female in 2021. We had a great relationship. She's calm, sweet, and considerate. We dated for a year, then moved to another city. Everything was going great. We made new friends and built a life there. Problems started when a male best friend of hers decided to move to the same city and found himself a place right across the street. Okay,
A
so
little too close.
it's just friend. He's just a friend. He's moving right across the street. That's fun, you know?
A little too close.
Could be good. We'll see. Things started to change. He would visit almost every day. My ex was a people pleaser. I tried to make it clear to her, yes, very big red flag, that it's getting annoying and that I don't like that guy, but she couldn't bring herself to tell him or set some boundaries. Yeah, I have big eyes. Put some ICUs in the chat. We know where this is going. He was handsy and flirty in a way I couldn't stand. So many red flags. She would hint that she's not comfortable and he would behave, but 5 minutes later, he starts with his usual shtick.
It's probably like a.
She's like, oh, I'm comfortable. But I mean, honestly, he's an a-hole for making her uncomfortable. However, she should end this relationship, end this friendship for herself, because if he's making her uncomfortable, you shouldn't be around someone who's making you uncomfortable.
Big facts.
Big facts. And she ended up telling me that he meant nothing and he's like this with everyone. Okay, so she's kind of like, she's saying I'm uncomfortable, but it means nothing. If you are uncomfortable, that's something.
Okay, I wouldn't know the percentage of whenever a girl's like, oh, he's nothing, the percentage of him actually being something. Because if he was actually not nothing, I think that wouldn't have been the response.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like,
no, this is my friend. I've known her for a while. I don't even think of him like that. Fast forward to 2023, and we found out she was pregnant.
Nice.
With whose baby?
Let's go.
With whose baby?
Your baby. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's great.
And you're just on Reddit to tell a nice story.
Perfect. Yeah, just
about
to be
your
like,
suspicions that
I had
never
a
actually
baby.
came true.
Yeah, she didn't. Her friend ended up being a great guy, and everyone got along, and now we have a kid.
Now he's the father, or godfather.
He's the godfather. We found out she was pregnant. I was over the moon, and both of us were extremely happy and excited. He stopped visiting, and after like 2 months or so, he moved back to his city. My ex and I had mutual friends. That's where one of our friends started connecting dots and started telling me how she suspected something but kept quiet because she didn't want to be the reason two people separate but can't hold this anymore, and played with my mind. She said that my girlfriend and her best friend probably had a thing going on based on the way they used to act whenever we were out with friends, and how it's strange of him to leave just as she got pregnant. Okay, so a friend, a mutual friend, is reaching out to OP and saying, hey, I think something went on with your wife's friend or your girlfriend's friend. She suggested that I don't put the baby in my name until a paternity test has been completed. I told my girlfriend about this and she did not take it well. She broke up with me instantly. After a few weeks, agreed to the paternity test thing. But she made it clear that nothing will change, that she will never forgive me, and won't ever come back to me if I ever regret what I did and ask for forgiveness. I told her we could just forget about the test, but she insisted. Our boy came a few days ago and we did the test.
Ooh.
I think before we go
on,
poll.
Poll.
I think this reaction is she did not cheat. I don't think that she would have immediately broken up with him if she cheated.
I don't even have to reset the polls. I can just do the same poll we did.
Yeah. I think that she did not cheat. I think maybe she was maybe a little flirty with this guy friend, but I don't think that she cheated.
Dude, you look really cool right now.
Oh, thanks. Thanks so much. Let's keep going. Yesterday, I got the results. Did you start the polls already?
We need to wait.
Okay.
I want answers.
Yesterday.
Can we just take a moment and see what everyone thinks? So you said, I'm sorry, you don't think she cheated?
I don't think she cheated.
Wait, why?
Because of her reaction.
She has been pretty chill this whole time.
I think the fact that she immediately broke up with her boyfriend feels to me like she didn't cheat and is very insulted that he's accusing her of cheating.
Maybe she's read a lot of Reddit stories. She knows how to play the game.
Maybe it's a double.
If she didn't cheat, okay, this sounds really bad. If she didn't cheat and you do cheat and go through the similar scenario, this is the way to do it.
Yeah. This is true.
I don't know. Something about it. I still feel like the fam friend.
Yeah, maybe it's too much. Hannah, it's gone. Someone said maybe it's too much denial. Hannah Rose says honestly thinks she did because she's heavy in denial. Could be. All right. 34 votes. 62% of you say that OP is the father.
Yeah. All right.
Let's find out.
Let's go. Here we go.
This is it. Yesterday, I got the results. And yes, I feel my chest terribly tight with regret. I didn't drink or eat anything. I couldn't even bring myself to go to work. What do I do now? When we broke up, I never stopped helping throughout the pregnancy. She refused almost everything. But still, I was always there for her. Deep down, I knew that the baby was mine, but the damage was done, and I went with the plan. What to do now? How do I make it up to her? What to do? I know she would never come back to me, but how do I properly apologize? Just what do I do? And there is an edit.
So it is her kid.
It is, yeah, it's his kid. And an update.
But like, what do you do with that if you like have that deep down? You're like, I don't even know. Because I could see his train of thought because the guy was there, and then he left 2 months after they figured out, like, that she was pregnant.
He might have the friend might have been interested in her, and then when he saw that they were having a kid, was like, well, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah,
like she's not gonna break up with him. MJ Grow, thank you for the $5 tip. Conspiracy theory: what if the friend wanted them to break up because she wanted OP? Oh, right, because they had an outside friend say, hey, I noticed some weird activity. That's right. I forgot that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Ooh, could be. These are all good points. But let's get in this edit. All right, thank you all for your opinions. I knew, and I know what an a-hole I am. I know I effed up, but I never said I was planning to ask her to come back to me since I know I hurt her badly and am in no place to ask such a thing. I also made it clear I had no problem with taking responsibility as a dad. I don't know why I got called names about it in the comments. I'm happily ready to do everything in my power to be the best dad to my son, and of course, financially too. Also, I did try to explain and genuinely apologize before even the test, but she wouldn't listen. I'm ready and never gonna stop trying to apologize to her for the hurt I caused, and I will always be there for the mother of my child. As for now, she just gave birth. I won't add up with my problem. I will be there for her until I feel like it's a good time. Then I will ask to talk about it. Edit, for people asking how I did it, I brought up for people asking how I brought up the test, we talked about it at home. I asked if she still thinks that her best friend's behavior is okay. She said yes. Then I tried to reason with her by asking if it were the other way around, would it be okay for her to see another girl being that flirty and handsy with me? Then she said, you don't have a childhood friend that I know of. Then I went and told her if his behavior is still okay for her, then would it be okay for me to ask for a paternity test? That's.
It's like he was very handsy, and then the friends said something.
That's such a direct way to ask it, though. He really yeah.
But it was in his head. He was just in his head playing
just
these
in
games.
his head.
Oh.
Ooh, boy. She said if I don't want kids, I should have told her before, and then she has no problem going back home and raising her baby alone. That's where I lost it, and said something along the lines that she's going after her best friend and asked if this was their plan. Wrong of me. I know. She broke up with me instantly. And just like I mentioned in the post, a few weeks later, she called. Last edit. The mutual friend is married. She didn't make a move or anything, but she's an ex-friend now. And for people asking what the male friend did to make this insecure, well, whenever they're sitting beside each other, he would keep running his hand up down her arm, ankle, or her back based on the way she's sitting. He would compliment her body when she would change her hair color. He would ask her to go back to whatever color he'd love to see her on her. He could be really just too comfortable with her, with his female childhood best friend. But I thought he could at least behave a little now that she's in a serious relationship. Also, some of you asked why I didn't talk to the guy directly. I didn't want to make her feel like a controlling freak, so I tried to communicate with her and let her handle it. The way I handled the whole situation was wrong. When I accused her of planning to go back to her city just to be close to him, that was wrong of me too. And what?
Oh, no, I found it. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Sorry.
Yeah, this is messy.
There's so much more left.
I know. Maybe I'll just skip the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't feel super well. There's an update though. Sarah B says dumb OP doubled down on his idiocy. That's the thing. Like, she was like, no, if you weren't ready for a kid, and then he full on accused her of cheating.
What is this? And I told you I had to punch him one day and kick him out for getting handsy with her. He shrugged it off casually. He will also blame it on me and accuse me of having anger issues too, right? Oh, he's just getting mad at the people. Yeah. Dude, like you just come to Reddit, people are gonna call you this.
Yeah, Narita says his jealousy is pretty off-putting. Yeah, his reaction is a little bit like, eh. The thing is that you can... Yeah, Valkyrie says OP isn't wrong in saying that the male friend is overstepping, because I wouldn't be happy with that. Hands off if they aren't your partner. I totally agree.
Facts.
I totally agree. And he's in the right for being uncomfortable about the situation and asking to have boundaries. I think that's totally fine. I think just the way that he approached it is messy. Like, it wasn't going to...
Because earlier he did ask, hey, I'm uncomfortable with this.
I think that's totally fine. I think that...
But he didn't do that? I thought he did.
No, he did.
Oh, but what did she do then after that?
Oh, she was like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying the part where he was a little bit in the wrong of how he approached it was accusing her of cheating and saying, like, I want a paternity test, and like kind of lashing out at her.
I saw a comment earlier.
Both are sus for me. Both are a-hole. I think so too.
I saw the comment earlier where the friend was like stirring the pot. Someone said that friend was stirring the pot.
I think, I think so too. I think this is a little bit of a everyone sucks here.
But we have a lot more.
There's more to this story.
I think a lot more is about to happen. Yeah. Like, it has to.
It's gotta happen.
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something in me, there's just something not adding up. Something's not adding up. I don't know what it is. I hope I'm right, because if I'm wrong, everyone's gonna be like saying mean things.
You're wrong. Yeah. Just like some of you advised me, I decided to do my part as a dad and also take care of the mother of my child and never try to talk about anything for now. I work 8 hours a day. I go back home, take a shower, and go to her mother's house to help with the baby until 12:01 a.m. Then I go back home, rinse, and repeat. She's staying with her mom currently, so I try my best to do my part. Her mother always has been good to me, even when we broke up. She called me and asked if I'm okay. So since she's helping with my son, I order dinner for them every day. I'm a bad cook. And try to help around the house when my son and ex are asleep. I buy things for him and made it clear that I'm more than happy to buy whatever they ask for me because I still don't know much about the whole situation. That's all I can do for now.
Nice.
3 days ago, her mother was showing me how to change his diaper properly, which I nailed.
Let's go.
Love that. Which I nailed, just to pause the story. Anyway, she went downstairs and it was just me and my ex and our baby in the room now. She said, I'm sorry, almost like a whisper. I asked her what for, and she said nothing. I didn't want to press the issue and change the subject. 2 days ago, she was on her phone texting with someone. After a few minutes, she told her mother that the best friend visiting tomorrow to see her and the baby. Then she turned to me and asked me if I was okay with that. I said, why wouldn't I be? Then she said she just thought I might not want him to see the baby. I told her it's her baby too. Why would that be a problem for me? Anyway, yesterday I was at work when my ex texted me asking if I could stop by one of her favorite places and bring her a steak. I said, of course. The place close to my work, and I used to buy her food on my way back home often.
Then she asked me to get another one. Get 2.
And maybe a little bottle of wine and some candles.
And then drop it off at the door.
And leave. I'm not going to lie. When I made it to her mother's house, I saw the best friend's car. I'm not going to lie. I really didn't want to see him. And if not for the food, I wouldn't have went in because part of me was afraid of what I might see. Well, her mother was happy to see me, but more happy than usual, if that makes sense. My ex and her best friend were sitting beside each other on the couch. He said hi and kept scrolling on his phone. I handed her the food and went on with my routine with my son. But I couldn't help but notice how he kept his hands to himself. Okay, I think right now, so she said, I kept my hands to myself. I think maybe I'm leaning back into cheating, at least on the emotional level.
Oh, yeah.
I think she might have, Punch 98 says she already did the test with her friend, and that's why she was so sure.
Ooh, oh, gosh.
I think there's a world where either she did the test or maybe hadn't slept with him and knew it was the OP's baby, but still wanted to be with her friend. And so when he gave her that opportunity, she was just like, we're breaking up. I'm over. And immediately went to the friend.
That's wild. And then she said,
ooh, I'm sorry.
But why? Nothing.
She said, I don't think she said nothing. I think she just said nothing. You know?
Yeah, she said nothing.
Yeah. Like absence of sound.
Yeah, she just said nothing.
Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page.
Yeah, she said nothing.
But how he didn't throw inappropriate comments. They talked and laughed and everything just like before, but without being handsy and flirty. I was getting ready to leave when my ex's mother said I looked tired and could stay for the night if I want to. I didn't because it will be hard for me to go back to my place in the morning to get ready for work. I can't stop thinking about what could she have meant by I'm sorry. Why did she ask me if I was okay with her best friend visiting? I'm trying my best to forget about what happened and focus on co-parenting and nothing else, but can't seem to stop thinking about things. Anyway, I just feel like getting it off my chest and giving an update. And there is a final update.
Ooh.
The final ultimate update to
There's something
finish
up.
maybe this stream off.
Okay, like someone said,
Yeah.
she already got the paternity test
You
with
already
a
got the
friend.
yeah.
The guy's being not himself around him because
Mhm.
usually he's just like,
They're probably trying to be respectful because they know that they were already kind of caught by him.
and then the mom acting weird. What's up
Weird.
with that? What is she getting into?
What are they hiding? What are they hiding?
Why did she say why you can stay tonight?
Something's going on?
I'm
It's
ready. I'm
suspicious.
so ready.
Let's
I am
freaking
so ready.
get into it.
On the
Yeah.
On my
Update.
seat.
The day after I posted my update, I was on my way home when I got a call from my ex's mother. She told me not to order or bring anything for dinner, and she seemed a little off. Anyway, when I made it to her mother's house, my ex was breastfeeding, so I went to help her mother set the table. Both my ex and her mother didn't talk at all, and you could feel that something wasn't right. Her mother started a conversation about fatherhood and said something along the lines of, "You're a good dad yourself. I wouldn't have dreamed of a better dad to my grandchild." My ex mumbled, "Yeah, wait until he disappears before his son even turns 1 year old." That's a messed up comment.
If he was going to disappear, he would have
He
already
would have
done
already
it.
done that. Why would you say that?
Because like the mom's helping her, then like she honestly like I don't think she needs that much help with the baby, but he's doing it out of niceness. You know?
He's being really like attentive. He's showing up. He's delivering her steak.
Yeah, bringing
That's
food.
really messed up for her. That's a big a-hole comment.
Yeah, dude, she's definitely with the
yeah.
guy.
Like my father did. No. Oh my God, she's comparing him to his father.
Thanks.
I felt myself shaking with rage. Her mother snapped at her instantly. I said nothing as the baby was in the same room and didn't want to wake him with raised voices. I quietly left. Before I even made it home, she blew up my phone with texts and missed calls. She was begging me to answer her call. I did. She apologized for bringing up my father and said she was angry at herself for everything, and instead of trying to fix things, she just made it even worse. She then said that she can't say this face to face and asked if I could listen to her without cutting her off until she finished. She apologized about how she didn't stop her best friend from ruining our relationship and that she now realizes how wrong the way both of them used to act was. I didn't say anything, I just kept listening to her. She also mentioned that her mother made her realize how the flirting and touching were too much for any man in his right mind to accept. She talked, and I listened until she got everything out and asked her the question that had been eating me up because I really needed closure to put everything behind it. I asked if anything happened between them when we were still together. She said no, but the night he came to see the baby, he admitted to having feelings for her, which made her realize that the way he was handsy and flirty wasn't innocent.
My God, how do you not see that?
Yeah, that's just, I mean, you're just being blatantly naive if you're... I'm glad that she didn't cheat, but
Yeah.
she definitely wasn't... She's still the a-hole for not realizing after OP had said, hey, this is pushing against my boundaries. I don't like the way that you're interacting with them, and then ignoring his concerns.
Dude, mom.
Yeah.
That mom was like, oh, dude, that mom's so awesome.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think they're better off not together because this girl. I went the next day to see my son. I had a conversation with her mother about everything. She advised me to not let anything get in the way of my relationship with my son. I reassured her that my son's well-being is all I care about and nothing can affect the way I care about him. She also apologized for what her daughter said and validated my feelings. Later, my ex asked if both of us could start therapy to work out everything properly for the sake of our son, so we could co-parent the best way we can. She looked more relaxed and herself for the first time after everything, and apologized again for bringing up my father and how she hated herself for it. That's all. I don't think there will be any more updates. This is it for me. Both of us decide to do what is best for our son. For people advising me in the last post, I already went the legal route to get my legal rights to my child. I just forgot to mention it. I will delete the posts and my account this week. I just wanted to let you know how things went since I already shared my problems with you. Thank you for your opinions, especially the ones that tried to see things from my perspective and tried to be kind. And that, I think, is where we will end that story.
And the stream.
And the stream.
Dang, that's just let that guy ruin the relationship.
Yeah, she really
how can you let someone ruin a relationship and not have feelings for them?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense.
To be so unaware of how he's acting and how that his actions and your actions are straining your relationship.
Yeah, that piece doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, big a-hole on her part.
Ooh.
But that is the end of the stream, and we will not see you this week. So we will be back on Tuesday, and I will be a year older when you see me next. Yeah. Okay.
Back on Monday?
Last time I asked you, you said Tuesday, so we will be back on Monday.
Oh, the door.
And I will be a year older.
Let's go.
But if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.